welcome to High Rollers D&D. Thank you very much, Tom, for that little word of encouragement. Dropped a little C-bomb there just before we went live. But like a pro, I rolled with it.
Nice.
Hey.
Rolled
with
it.
So as you'll notice, I am not Mark Sherlock Holmes. Mark is away in Japan for this and next week, so I am taking over. It is a new world order.
Oh God, help us all.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Mark.
Welcome. And of course, congrats to Nina and Mark, who just got engaged in Japan. Oh my God.
Yes. They Beyonce that shit.
Oh.
Yeah, so send your congrats to Mark and Nina. He proposed, I think, yesterday, and she said yes. Good, good. So today I am joined by our usual cast of misfits. We have Ree. Hello. Chris Trout.
What?
Tom Hazel, 2 L's.
2 L's in my name.
And Katie Morrison.
Hello.
Hello.
Who may or may not be tweeting.
So today we are going to be running a one-shot, well, a 2-part one-shot that I've written. It is a spooky horror one-shot. So I hope you enjoy it. Everyone's got characters. Katie's bringing Fia back.
I'm bringing Fia back.
Yeah, because you missed her. Yeah, we've got a crazy, crazy cast of characters today that I was giggling to myself when you sent me all the sheets this afternoon.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, let's get through our notices. So first of all, thank you to our sponsors. D&D Beyond being the main one. So we all use D&D Beyond. We were using D&D Beyond a lot to get this together.
Yeah.
So D&D Beyond is the official digital tool set for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, featuring a character builder, which you guys have been using today, as well as a full compendium of digital books that make looking things up super easy. I have it loaded up on my PC here with all my notes, and it's been invaluable in putting this campaign together.
I just can't live without it.
And if you can't live without it either, then if you use the code HIGHROLLING, you can get 25% off all digital purchases. Now that code should work. There was a couple of problems with it a week ago, but that code has been refreshed. So that code is now fully functional to get 25% off all digital purchases in D&D
Excluding the
Beyond.
legendary bundle.
What he said.
Yeah.
We have a brand new sponsor, kids.
What?
Yeah, we do.
Whoa. So this is Crit It, as you can see in our little panel below
That's
me.
a logo, isn't it?
So Crit It, they make amazing, so they're a husband and wife team, and they make amazing, wonderful wooden D&D accessories such as boxes. Do you want to show your little box off?
This is something Kim bought me ages
Yeah,
ago
for your Christmas present. Screens, they
Very
sell
nice.
dice, and right now they are running a Kickstarter campaign for animal companion miniatures, and they're actually really gorgeous.
I just
They're
banged
really
They are.
cool.
And I
Really
really wish I
detailed.
had them when I was playing Alora. They'd be perfect for a druid.
Yeah.
They are
They'd be
really, really
so
good.
perfect.
There's so many
One of them is a unicorn, did you see?
Yes.
Did you imagine
Alora would
unicorn?
absolutely be. Somebody draw
Oh my God,
Alora
so
as a unicorn.
Yeah.
But the
They're
donkey,
They're delicious.
You
The
got-
bear
you get,
is so nice.
It took me so long to find a good bear mini, and I still did not
Hello.
find one.
That's not the right thing.
Definitely not.
So I think it's like 25 miniatures?
So it's
or-
basically, you can get about 25 bundles of 25 miniatures for £40.
Yes, which is
And
crazy.
they have things like unicorns, lions, gorillas, cheetahs, cobras, rhinos, foxes. Honestly, check out their
my.
Kickstarter.
The ones I got.
If they hit £35,000, it'll unlock the next round of animal critters, which includes a hawk, a crocodile, and an imp. And
Yeah.
the imp looks hella cool.
Yeah.
Stretch goals.
Skull.
They are very, very cool.
Yeah.
They've unlocked that one already. So please support
Oh, they
it.
unlocked it.
Yeah,
There's
Brilliant.
loads unlocked. The dog and the scorpion.
No, the
Yeah.
final one they haven't.
The
Deer.
final one is the hawk and the imp. That one.
No.
No, wait, no.
This one.
That one.
Yeah.
So we need to get to that, please.
Yeah.
And
Get on
also,
to that.
if you support us using the link below, that really helps us.
Yeah,
Allows us to
so
continue
there
this
should
sponsorship.
be a link in chat at the moment, and then if you're watching this on YouTube or in VOD Squad, link is in the video description below. So click on that to check it out. So they are sized exclusively for using in Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder, with the bases filling the appropriate squares on your battle grids.
Genuinely kind of want to get them and paint them Alora style, regardless of me
They-
not playing her
they're
anymore,
really
'cause
good.
They're really cool.
Yeah, so check that out. Send them all the love. Buy their stuff. Like, honestly, that was probably one of the best Christmas presents I've ever bought someone.
Bam. Just looks so cool.
But yeah, so thank you to Crit It.
Thank you.
Like you're punching Ree in the face with it.
You know that's going to open and everything is
Just gonna
falling.
fall out.
I've got a lot of stuff in
Yeah.
here.
I can hear it.
Yeah, he's got lots of weird stuff in there.
Don't
Cool.
I don't know why you do these things.
Next up!
stores a lot of coins. If you're curious about that.
He's part magpie.
Not even real coins.
Not real
Not even
coins.
real
no.
Not even like fake, yeah. fake weird
Sorry,
coins.
carry
I
on.
don't
This
know what
might
you
be
mean.
noisy.
Fake real coins.
Who would like to talk about MCM Comic Con?
I do.
Go
well,
on.
I don't. Wait,
Jesus.
no, shit.
Take it away.
We're going to be at MCM Comic Con on the 26th and the 27th of October, Friday and Saturday. We have got a live show on that Friday at 5 p.m. on the centre stage, which sounds important.
It sounds important.
I imagine it is. And there's also 2 signings, one on the Friday at
1:30.
Do we have time
possibly?
for it?
1:30.
So the one that we've got semi-confirmed is 1:30 on the Friday. We don't know when it's going to sign on Saturday.
Yeah.
We will update you. Keep an eye on our Twitter at High Rollers D&D. We'll tweet it. Hopefully we'll have a more solid schedule soon, but we're definitely going to be there and hanging about. And,
So it's going to be
lots of awesome people.
myself, Katie, Tom, Trot, Mark, no Rhiannon.
Oh, me, I'm at a wedding.
She's got a wedding.
My
to go
sister's
to.
getting married.
Whatever.
I know.
But yeah.
God.
Come meet us, come say hi. Yeah, so we're going to be at MCM Comic Con London. And finally, our brand new Aroas dice.
Woo!
Yes.
Chris Trott, hold your dice up. So we have about 200 sets of these left. And once they're gone, they're gone.
They are.
So they are limited edition. We just want to make that clear to you. And they're gorgeous. They are very, very pretty. And if you check out store.yogscast.com and buy them there, be sure to use the code HIGHROLLERS in checkout and you will get a 10% discount on all Yogscast merchandise.
Yeah. So
Oh.
if you're buying anything at all in the store, if you want one of these nice Yogscast 10-year anniversary hoodies,
Or-
you can get money off with the code HIGHROLLERS.
Or
Double merch.
layer that up.
So yeah, please do use the code HIGHROLLERS if you shop there.
Nice.
Right,
Do it.
anyone got anything else?
Oh,
I
did we
love
mention-
you. Don't kill me.
Did we mention the poster at MCM?
Yes, we are getting a poster at MCM.
So, if you want to see us at the signings at MCM, it's a requirement of us to have a £15
Meet and greet.
meet and greet thing.
Charge.
But with that £15, you get a poster, an exclusive poster to MCM that is very, very cool. We're all very, very happy
It's
with
really
it.
cool,
It's very unique. So, yeah, the £15 will get you a poster. Come see us. We'll sign it, ruin it.
Correct.
Have you
great.
seen this poster?
Yes, you have.
You've seen it.
You've seen it.
Great.
It's a good one.
We're going to sign
I
it.
did this last week. I also forgot that. No, I forgot something
You've
else.
got the other thing.
Oh,
I
the
forgot
other
the
one.
other thing that we
that's
have
very
coming.
close to completion.
Yes,
Which-
very close.
We'll sign that, and also we'll sign other stuff as well. So you're not limited to the. just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
poster.
If you
If you don't want us to ruin it, we won't. Promise.
we'll sign anything.
Anything,
I mean,
Anything.
you name it.
I've signed a bag of Tabasco.
Sign a forehead,
Yeah.
sign a shoe,
I've signed a cast once.
an iPad. That was terrifying.
laptop.
Yeah.
You
phones.
sure?
Once,
Oh God.
iPad, yeah.
Sign it all.
Anyway.
That's it for announcements. Shall we begin?
Let's begin.
Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready?
No. I won't lie, I'm slightly pooping myself.
Me too. Different reason.
Okay. So, welcome to the Infernal Asylum.
Oh, good. That sounds nice.
But before we get to the Infernal Asylum, you all, I'll get you to introduce yourselves in a second. You are all members of the League of Ordinary Gentlefolk, investigators into unexplained mysteries. So you may have worked with each other before, you may have been on missions with each other before, you may be new here. You may go all the way back to the foundations of the League of Ordinary Gentlefolk. That's up for you guys to decide.
Okay.
All four of you have been hired on your current mission, which is to go to this dark little corner of the world and investigate a mysterious asylum where a whistleblower wants to meet you and talk to you about some strange goings-on. So for the moment, you arrive in a little village that's about, that it's about half day's travel from this asylum. It's a rather joyless, run-down village, like footnote of the world. You wouldn't know if it disappeared. The locals are incredibly unfriendly. They don't want to talk to you, they don't catch your eye. They kind of look at you and look away. And you know that your contact point is a rundown inn called the Rusty Bucket.
Nice.
And you are to meet a whistleblower who you know to be a nurse called Tranquility.
I wouldn't put that on my CV. Whistleblower.
Well, it's not, in this world CVs don't exist. It's word of mouth, isn't it?
Fair enough.
So, before we get into that, would you guys like to introduce who you are, who your character is, who would like to start?
Well, I'm playing one that you might have already seen if you've seen Uncharted Territory. So I'm playing Fia. She is a rogue. She's very much like, she doesn't really care much for other people, but she cares a lot about money. And that's probably the reason that
This
she's
is her
around.
side game.
Like, yeah, she doesn't really care much for making friends, but she'll have some fun along the way. And yeah, main thing is getting paid at the end of the day.
And what class is she?
Rogue. She's a rogue.
Tom Hazel?
My name is Detective Inspector Scold. I'm an inspector. If anything's amiss, you better believe Inspector Scold will spot it.
And can you give us your title, please? Like condensed?
D-Ice Cold.
Tom?
D-Ice Scold.
What's colder than cold?
D-Ice Cold.
That's what our WhatsApp group chat has been all day.
Yeah.
Just for your reference.
And he is a College of Law bard, if you want the mechanics of it, but he's not going to be singing and dancing and all that sort of crap. And yeah, just crazy high wisdom, 20 passive insight.
His stats are insane. They are bollocks.
I have no feats, but I have 20 passive insight, 19 passive investigation, and I've got a load of spells that tie in perfectly with like a criminal investigator.
He's trying hard.
I'm a tryhard.
Yeah.
I'm min-maxing.
What's your flaw though?
That's a good point.
Reynard had a crippling fear of the dark.
Yeah, and
Every character since
Quill
has
has
been
no
missing
arm.
a limb
Yeah.
what was
or
Tolshank's
an
for?
eye.
I don't know. He was short.
It was short.
What race are you?
I'm a human.
Human.
Yeah. I wonder, could I take something off him?
Well, you have to think about that.
Missing an ear.
Who are you?
Hello. I am a 60-year-old woman with a wandering eye. And my name is medium-sized. She is a medium of psychic potential. She knows your star sign and other things as well.
That
So
voice is actually creeping me out.
So your last name is Sized?
Medium-sized with a Y and a Z.
Okay.
S-Y-Z-E-T.
If I look away and while you're speaking, it does not sound like you in any
It's
way,
weird.
shape, or form.
Yes, I can keep this up all day. It's quite soft.
Well, it's 2 episodes, so.
Well, I might introduce it to the main campaign if Lucius dies. His mother will come in.
Oh God.
God.
Anyway, I'm a very haggard old woman that thinks she can tell the future, and we don't really know if she can. She's a bit fucking mental.
Oh boy.
Technically, she's a wizard.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if I'm going to use spells or not.
Sure.
So we'll see.
Let's just jam with that.
Oh my
Reed,
god.
Save me.
Hello, guten Tag, my name is Bestrout.
Get any
No,
better.
no savior here.
No savior here. I am a dragonborn barbarian. I grow tired of the regiment of the barracks in which I served in, so I've gone out by myself to make a name for myself. I'm a mercenary. I'll just smack shit.
Just smash it.
You look so happy with yourself. I'm very, like it's your true calling.
It is.
I love the drop in accent. Smack shit.
I'm at peace.
Oh
Take
boy.
me now.
Okay.
Playing a barbarian is very therapeutic.
The Dragonborn
I'm
I'm so
barbarian.
excited. I'm so ready to smash shit.
So what's that? Gustrout.
Bear Strout.
Gustrout, medium-sized.
Yeah.
Fear.
It's Bear
Bear-
Strout.
Bear Strout.
A bear strout.
Spelt B-A-E-R.
Oh,
Like the bear.
like stripped bear.
Bear.
Oh, strip bear. Okay. Bear Strout.
Bear Strout.
Bear naked Strout.
Bear naked Strout.
Okay.
Barbarian, wizard, bard with no healing,
Rogue.
fear.
We go
rogue.
die.
Sorry, just and fear.
Quite an even team, really.
Yeah.
If I played a character that had
Sure.
spells.
Well,
Yeah, it's cool.
on that note, you arrive at the Rusty Bucket. If you haven't met each other before, you've probably gotten to know each other on your travels to this location. It's a pretty plain inn. As you go in, you are hit with the stink of stale beer. It's quite dark in there, just a few lanterns and candles lit. A couple of gloomy locals just kind of quietly drinking into greasy tankards. And yeah, as you go in, you see sat at a table a young woman who's wearing a thick cloak. She has thick glasses on her eyes that slightly magnify them. And she's got her hair done up in a bun, and she's looking around very nervously.
Everything you've just said, I have been speaking into like a voice recorder. It's a gloomy night. The fog rolls in. In the rusty bucket, just a couple of boring locals drinking from their disgusting
It's pretty gross. Yeah, it looks pretty stale. So what would you guys like to do?
I'd definitely walk up with my walking cane up to this little girl.
Hello, dearie.
She looks at you. Oh!
I already know. Your name is Magatha.
No.
And you're a Taurus, are you not?
No.
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 I don't think the audience can see the eyes that are going on, but it's quite something.
They are just rolling around.
It's quite an experience. Sorry, do I...
Give me your palm.
Stop doing the eyes.
Give me your palm. It helps me roleplay. Your palm, dearest. Your sweating buckets.
Sorry, do I know who you are? I don't know you.
You don't need to.
You're
I know
strange.
who you are.
Okay, and just out of sheer exasperation, she kind of holds out a delicate little hand.
Oh no. Signs of distress. Yes, you're sweating, which means you're slightly perturbed. You're not.
Incredible.
I knew it. Medium size, strength again.
Sorry, are you from the League of Ordinary Gentlefolk?
Oh yes. Here's the clue.
Oh, thank you. I was told there would be others, more.
Yes. Come on in, everybody.
Sat at the table is a pretty young girl with glasses bigger than her eyes. Hey, I'm DI sized. No, I'm not. That's medium sized. I tell a lie. That's medium sized. I'm de-ice cold.
What's going on?
My bad.
I think we've got a record breaking for fastest amount of time to break a DM.
It was,
Hello, sorry, what was your name again?
It's, my friends call me D.I. Scold.
Okay, D.I. Scold.
You can call me Detective Inspector Scold.
Okay, Detective Inspector, charmed to meet you. I'm Tranquility. Please, sit down.
She's a Taurus.
Can I roll insight on her?
On her.
I'm going to do this to everyone, by the way.
Sure.
Okay, that's 23.
So...
You can't get lower than a what? 10?
Nope.
No, 11.
Yeah, 11. I can't get lower than 11.
She's very nervous, very nervous. You can see that she's looking around. She's kind of keeping an eye on everything, trying to see who's watching, who's coming in, who's going out. She's really kind of freaked out by medium-sized, quite flustered. But yeah, she seems very genuine, very honest and tense. There's nothing dishonest about her. She seems very, very gentle and very soft and very caring.
Cool.
And very worried.
All right, I say all of that into the voice recorder.
Right in front of
Sorry,
her.
do you have to... I mean, that's
Hi.
very nice what you said.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Fia,
Hello.
nice to meet you.
Hello.
He will say that. He never puts that down. So, but it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I suppose at least you had nice things to say about me. I am very worried, by the way. I am. There's terrible things going on. Sorry, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Bess Strouts. Can I pull up the chair, Dr. Riker style, turn it around, sit on it?
Okay, I was hoping for a bit more of discretion.
You seem to be in trouble. Where's the trouble?
Okay, so I contacted the League of Ordinary Gentlefolk because I work at the asylum. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called the Faust Asylum. I've been working there for a few months now, and it's awful. It's just awful. There's some really bad things happening. They're quite nasty people running it, to be honest. I'm not sure that they're really, I don't know, suited.
There,
caring
dearie.
profession.
It's okay.
I'm trying to stroke your face, but my depth perception's off, so I'm just stroking the air in front.
Okay,
It's okay, dearie. Calm down. We're here to help you.
this is fine. This is fine. Well, you see, I'm an ASMR. We're quite a caring folk. I wanted to just come down from my duties, and I wanted to be along.
You're an angel.
Yes, sort of, yes.
You're so beautiful. All two of you.
She kind of moves like,
Oh wait, no, just the one.
thank you.
Thank you. Just stay on this side if you could.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes, I've taken a sabbatical from my duties because I wanted to care for people. I wanted to see more to the world and look after people. So I heard about this asylum because apparently they have some quite severe cases there of people who need help. But
Yes, an asylum, dearie, of course.
yes,
We might leave her there.
she does seem in line with some of the people that we have.
She's slightly dribbling and smiling.
Yes, we do have some patients who display similar symptoms.
She should have seen it coming, really.
Yes. Here's the thing. Since I've been there, various patients have gone missing. And when I try and ask where they've gone, if they've been released, if they've gone home, if they've, heavens forbid, if they've died, I just get told it's none of my business. And then I got disciplined recently because I asked too many questions. But it's not right, is it? It's not right that patients just go missing with no consequences, no explanation.
Well, it's quite... I'm not going to say it.
No, not at all.
He's just broken himself.
Carry on. I'm not saying it. I'm not derailing it that hard.
He says whilst dribbling.
The other thing I've noticed is that recently temperatures have dropped inside the asylum. I mean, normally it's quite cold here at this time of year, but it's freezing in there. And it doesn't feel right.
Are you sure you're not cold? You're shaking around a lot just in this room.
Well, I'm quite nervous. I'm quite worried that there might be...
Oh no, I knew it was nervousness, not cold.
Okay,
I've got a keen eye,
sure.
a real keen eye.
Well, I could tell from the way you...
And I can tell from the little stopwatch you have around your neck, if you have one.
It's upside down.
It's upside down.
It's a little watch.
And the cleanliness of your hands. You've worked there for a long time.
I did say a few months.
A long time. Maybe 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
or more.
A few months. I've been working there about 6 months, yeah.
Tell me, have you ever heard of a girl named Felicity Brown?
And at the mention of Felicity, she kind of like,
You've told me everything I need to know.
okay.
Does he actually have a cigarette? Or is he pretending to have one right now? 'Cause you didn't.
Sure.
At this
He does
point,
now.
who knows what's going on?
Is there cigarettes in this universe?
Sure. Probably like, you know, like roll up ones, you know,
Yeah, okay.
make up yourself. Or a little pipe. Maybe a little
While
pipe?
he's smoking
Pipe.
one,
Do you
he's
have a
also
pipe?
rolling up another one in his other
Okay.
hand. I know
I'm
everything
gonna
I need
take
to
his
know.
little recorder thing while he's doing that. Just so that you know, you're currently rolling 2 cigarettes at once. Just because I noticed you didn't have a hand free, so I thought I'd record it for you.
Thank you. I need all the help I can get.
Yes.
Such a striking young man.
I'm very old.
I'm much older.
Anyway, how can we help you? What can we do?
Well, that's why I got in contact with the League. I need help because you see, every time I try and investigate what's going on, I get a disciplinary. And if I'm fired or I'm told to leave, then I can't help. We need to stop this. We need to stop whatever's going on.
At once, dearie! We'll do this for you. That's what we're here for, is it not?
What is there? Is there any reward? Any?
Oh, you should have been told by
payment.
the League.
Yeah, I just
I
need
made a payment.
I need confirmation. Maybe like a deposit.
I made a payment, 500 gold,
Okay.
100 for the League, 100 for each of you.
Okay. See, I haven't received that yet.
Well, you should take that
So-
off the League then.
Well, can you just
You
so
haven't
that we can go right away?
No offense, darling, but you haven't done the job.
Well, yes, but it's dangerous. Like it's a down payment because we're very valuable people.
I'm sorry, but the League didn't mention anything about this.
Well, they should have.
Well, you're going to have to take that up with your superiors. I can't. I gave all my money to them.
All of your money. You don't have any money at all. Nothing. Nothing valuable that you can just.
I mean, I have my little watch, but my little bat brooch, but
If she
My
loses any
silver.
of those, she may get another disciplinary and then be fired.
That is true.
This poor lady's already been through enough. Don't need to scrape every gold from her.
And I don't really have anything left. I left everything when I left my order. You know, I only had the money from my savings, and even then I had to ask for it.
He like leaned forwards and is like looking into her eyes.
And she just looks back at you, like completely like, she's got nothing to hide, so she just looks back at you like, yes? Sorry, do I have something on my face?
She's telling the truth. Not a penny left. Coin, if you will. Well, I'm just making this universe, aren't I?
Would you like an inspiration, Tom? No. There's one more thing. When you approach the asylum, be careful. Make sure you don't go during the night. I started spotting things in the nighttime. Strange creatures in the woods outside. I haven't really been able to get a good look because, quite frankly, they're terrifying. It just feels wrong. Like when I try and go outside at night, I see these things in the bushes, in the trees, snarling, long limbs, elongated faces. It's quite scary, quite hellish. They've never been there before. They've never been there before.
Now my great-great-great-grandchild had this issue, and you do not worry, child. Where are you? There you are.
I got stuck in cross-eye then. I was a little worried.
Dearie, have you been eating cheese before nappy time?
No, we don't have
Often
cheese.
gives you hallucinations.
We don't have
or
cheese.
nightmares.
We don't have cheese at the asylum.
You don't have cheese?
No.
Is that because people might eat cheese before bedtime and have weird dreams?
Well, no, to be honest, we can't really afford very much for the food. So it's very plain, nourishing gruel, cabbage, fruits.
That's a less fun reason.
Cheese is a luxury.
Cheese is good.
You say we when referring to the asylum. Yet you've only worked there 3 months.
6 months.
6 months. 2 or 3 years, at best. How soon did you identify these disappearances?
Probably a couple of months ago. It was about the time that the temperature started dropping.
So it's recent.
Maybe they're sending people off to turn off the heaters.
Could well be.
Heaters or fireplaces.
It's fireplaces.
What era are you in?
Are you going to ask me about carpets next, Tom?
I'm taking
What's
my
the
gun.
carpet like in this room? I know you researched it.
There is none.
There's no carpets.
Wooden
Do they have
boards.
double glazing?
No,
No.
no. Just
Cavity
plain
wall
windows.
insulation.
Yeah, insulation. Yeah. What they got going on?
Stone. It's made out of
Cool.
stone.
Yeah.
Well, I pull out my vape. I'm gonna have to call this one in. Flip phone.
It's not even that. You got it in your head, just like Scotty, beam me up. Back in this world.
In this universe, in this timeline, yeah.
How many disappearances have there been in total?
I'd say probably about 10 patients gone.
10. Any regular sort of schedule to these disappearances? Do they?
None that I can tell, no.
Interesting.
Do the patients have any similarities? The ones that disappear?
No.
Each other?
Completely random.
Random.
Completely random.
Yes,
Well.
nothing is random. What happened to my voice?
Do you happen to have a list of all the people that have gone missing?
Not on me, no. I could make you one though. See, the thing is, I can't be seen talking to you because I'll get fired or worse, they might send me to the warden. Yes. So I'm.
Warden.
Yeah. He's scary.
Why is he scary?
It's really scary. I might just. I don't. He might be.
Spit it out.
listening. He might be.
Spit it out.
Yes.
Write it down. Write
Okay.
it down.
So she very shakily writes it down and hands it to Fia. Yeah, he's got eyes and ears everywhere. So I'd rather not say too much about him.
Probably already knows. Just put it out there.
I'm gonna have to leave you. I can't turn
Don't
up there
put it
with
into
you.
your thing. Don't speak it out loud.
Can't read it anyway. What angle is this meant to be read from?
That one. How do you not know what that says?
Honestly, hang on, leave it as it is, give it to everyone else.
Sorry, I'm just going to make a note here next to your character sheet.
The ice god can't read.
That's his character
Oh,
flaw.
come on.
That's very easy to read.
Let me try and look. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong bit.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's why I kind of called for help.
I actually dealt with one of those before, just saying.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're
When-
experienced. No wonder they
No.
sent you. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to leave to go back to the asylum soon. My shift starts soon. I can't be seen arriving with you. And when we're there, I have to act like I don't know you. Because I don't want to get in trouble with the warden. And if something happens to me, then we might never get to the bottom of this.
Well, Mr. Scold, you there?
Hey,
Mr. Scold?
over here.
Oh, there. Saucy mink. Anyway, we need a good alibi for getting in. We can't just be visitors. We need
I think you could be one.
We
What?
could admit someone into the ward.
me.
You know,
No, I
that's
wasn't.
not a bad idea.
I'm at least a decade away from completely batshit insane.
But you're approaching. Maybe we can just tell them we're trying to catch it early.
To be fair, give me a second.
I'm gonna nip to somewhere where it's dark and quiet and they can't see me.
Yeah?
And I'm gonna come out looking like an old man. Because I've got false identity. And it's just me with a moustache.
Are you wearing the same clothes?
Same clothes.
You've just got a false moustache.
Hello. You may not recognize me,
Um,
but this is medium-sized.
That's bloody brilliant.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. It's my false identity.
so Tranquility
won't
kind of
tell
leans to
anyone.
Fia and is like, she's perfect as a patient.
I know. She thinks 10 years. I think like 10 minutes. More like.
Oh, you can see through it. I'm a he now.
Okay,
Yes?
this is
The
fine.
moustache?
We have other people like this in my care. Yes,
It's perfect. It's great.
I'll blend right in.
Yeah.
You will.
that's actually a really good idea. Like, we're always admitting patients, and I'll be honest, patient registration is somewhat lacking in proper protocol. They seem to bring anyone here. I mean, if maybe if someone else as well pretends to be a patient, because it seems a bit strange. 3 people bringing 1 person. You don't
We're
seem
relatives.
Like, sure.
I'm his son.
Yes. So she's just looking at this big hulking dragonborn, this tiny old lady, human lady.
Adopted. Twice removed.
Son twice removed.
I mean, with that mindset, you could be a patient as well.
I thought it was a good idea.
It is a good idea.
Oh, okay. I'm a baby boy.
It works. Excellent.
Is there anything we can do to make sure that either of these two gets selected by the process?
I really don't know. It seems really random. I don't know what's going on.
Is there nothing any of these people that went missing did do?
There's no. Some of them caused a fuss. Some of them had outbursts, but some of them were fine, harmless. You know, just getting on with their lives.
I see.
I'm good at outbursts.
Okay, save it. Save it for the. No, actually, try it now. I really want to see. I want to see. Go.
Please, no, please don't. Please don't. If you cause an outburst here, word will get back.
It gets really fiery.
Okay. It's a very toothy grin, I imagine. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave now. When I see you next, I'm going to be acting as though I don't know you. Okay?
Are you good at acting?
Oh, I used to be in the theatre. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I used to do the shows. Yes. Okay. And I help put on the show with the patients every.
They do a show.
Yeah, every Harvest Festival.
Can we put them in it?
Oh, there isn't one coming up anytime soon. I'm sorry.
I went to
I
the
love
theatre
a good
once.
slay.
Yes. Any more questions before I go?
Yes, where's the nearest latrine?
I don't really know. This is my first time here, but I've seen people go outside to an outhouse.
Got a very weak bladder.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want me to help you?
Yes, dearie, that'd be lovely.
So Tranquility, being a lovely, caring nurse. So.
I'm going to try and piggyback her.
This is fine. This is fine.
Off we go.
Yes, yes. You're quite unusual, aren't you? Yes. Normally our patients just take my arm.
I was created by the stars.
You know, you really are perfect. You're going to fit in absolutely fine.
Thank you so much.
You're a natural.
What?
So yeah, Tranquility has taken medium-sized off to the outhouse to relieve herself. Would you guys like to discuss
It's
anything?
like a waterfall, by the way.
Didn't really need to know that detail.
It's for immersion, so...
Okay. Hope you're all fully immersed
It's
at
raining
home.
outside.
Can I roll Can I roll a perception around the place as well? Because you said there are other people in here. 18
Oh,
perception,
God.
25.
Okay. So there's a few other tables. It's quite a small inn. There's a half-orc bartender who's pretty much just endlessly cleaning tankards with a dirty rag.
Insight.
He doesn't give a shit. He's not paying attention. He's not listening.
Interesting.
Even when he served, I mean, did you get any drinks here or anything like that? No?
I think so.
No? Okay. He barely looked up when you walked in.
Okay.
There are a few other villagers at other
Insight.
tables.
Insight.
They've not paid you any attention. Yeah, no one's paid you any attention
Okay.
while you've been in here. And in fact, you probably, with insight, because you've got passive insight, right?
Yeah, 20.
You would probably notice that it's almost aggressively not noticing anything about you. Like they're almost determined to kind of turn themselves so they can't see you. They're kind of talking amongst themselves and they're not looking at you. And there's definitely an air of hostility and kind of aggressively like, la 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 la, not listening, don't want to see you, don't want to know you.
Do I notice any signs about this?
No.
Given that I've kind of...
No, we're about half a day's travel to the asylum.
So there's no... But she was saying that there's like eyes and ears everywhere, so I don't see anything
No,
like...
she doesn't see anything, no.
Okay. Interesting.
So Tranquility and medium-sized return from the latrine. Tranquility's probably looking a bit peeved, but patient. Very, very patient.
You may not recognize me, but I am medium-sized. In disguise. Son? Is that you?
Father.
You have the same eyes as me.
I got my hair from you, Rob's bald head.
Scaly head.
Scaly bald head.
Would it be a little bit flat from all the faces you butted in?
Yeah, flat.
There's a face imprint.
It's just like shiny. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Tranquility turns to you both. So, you'll need to act as guards then, as if you're bringing them to be interred. Or relatives, I don't know, but the thing is, relatives don't really stay around. It's quite suspicious. It might be good if you were guards, because there are some openings for guards. We do have security, but they seem to leave every now and again, whenever they feel like it. So I don't know if that would be an idea.
Do they have uniform or do they just...
Yes, there are uniforms.
So we'd need a uniform.
We supply them.
Okay, so we can just walk up with the patients.
What kind of access would a guard have?
Our security team access most of the asylum. They don't seem to have any restrictions.
There's no levels of security clearance.
Any key codes
Key
or
cards
CCTV?
Not to my knowledge, no. I mean, seniority wins out. Like, only the seniors can go up to the solitary level.
I'd like to apply to be a senior guard.
I can't help you with that. I'm just a junior nurse.
It's a tough job interview.
Okay.
I don't think I got the job.
You've already kind of got the job because I
Nailed it.
spoke to the league
100%.
and they sent you.
We have that job. But
Yeah.
I think he thinks that he can be. Do you think you could be a guard just like ongoing as another? Would they pay the guards?
I guess
Is
so.
there extra? Can we get extra on top?
I would guess so, yes.
Excellent. Let's do that. Let's all be guards. 4 guards. More money.
Slight problem. She's batshit insane. He's batshit insane.
Okay. Yeah. True.
Have you still got your
Okay.
mustache on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's peeled a little bit on one side, but still there. There's a lot of like deep wrinkles. Not a lot of surface area to adheres. Adheres.
I imagine it would be slug glue or something. you
Yeah.
know, like, yeah.
Some like horse glue. Like
Or just super glue. Damn it, not the right time. Sorry.
Velcro.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's all you have for Tranquility, she's gonna live and go.
Who was that fine lady?
How are we? So after we get them in, what are we gonna do? How do
Well, we need to be guards first.
Yeah.
And if they've got open positions for guards,
I can be like an investigator, and I can stay in one of the wards and see if they take me away.
are you taking my job?
No, but I'm just saying if they take me away, but then if I can fight my way out and then get back to you guys, then I can tell you what's going on.
Okay, but what if you can't fight your way out of it?
There's no way that wouldn't happen. I've won every fight.
Who are you
Best
fighting?
route.
Who are you
Don't get angry,
fighting?
son.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm
Calm
so sorry. I won't do it again. I won't raise
That's why your hair's falling out.
I know it's a genetic problem. Ah.
I'm starting to believe that it's
I
actually my
think they
son.
might give us a reward for bringing them in because they very desperately need help. Do you think there's like a reward system
Do you
based on?
think the asylum has a finder's fee?
Yeah,
Oh, this is a good one.
I'd be interested.
Good and crazy.
Yeah.
Look at this one. This one's worth 1,000 gold at least.
It's like the freak show at circus.
Yeah. I wonder if we can get commission.
This isn't PC.
You never know.
You'll get paid as a guard.
That'd be good pay.
So I'd like to imagine you're having this conversation on your way to the asylum. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I take the recorder and say, can I say the thing that was handed around?
If you feel like it. Yeah? Yes.
I say that into the... Everyone else is being all stealthy about it. I just wanted to stick with that theme, so I'm just going to say that into the voice recorder.
Okay. Okay.
If everyone else is being silent about it, I won't roleplay it. Carry on. Is it dark outside?
So as you set off, it's probably about midday.
Perfect.
What? Why?
But as you travel to the asylum, it starts getting darker and darker.
You had them sitting there the whole time. You're such a loser.
For podcast listeners, I've put my sunglasses on.
Are they prescription sunglasses?
Oh yeah.
He was so pleased when he got them. He comes into the office now in the summer and just goes,
That's right.
puts his other glasses on and he's like,
I'm cool like you guys now.
yes.
Why don't you get
Look how
contact
cool
lenses?
I am.
Save yourself some money.
Or laser eyes.
Or laser
Yeah,
eyes.
laser eyes.
I can have laser eyes.
You can have laser eyes.
Surgery.
Surgery.
I just imagine Sentry just like firing her arm laser into your eyes now.
Oh,
5 foot long.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's darker and darker.
as you travel to the asylum, you notice that even though it's midday, and it gets to about late afternoon by the time you see the asylum, you notice that the skies definitely start to get darker as you approach. The asylum itself is set in the middle of a rotted woodland, and so you start to walk through these dead, cracked and gnarled trees. There's a lot of dead leaves underneath your feet that are crackling, and there's a thick creeping fog just kind of hovering about knee level. There's no sight of any animals or birds. It is very, very quiet, like disturbingly quiet. And the air crackles with frost, and the temperature, you notice, starts to lower. Your breath starts steaming in front of you as you get closer and closer to this asylum. Eventually, you approach an iron-wrought gate that's hanging off of its hinges. There's a gatehouse to the side that shows no signs of use. It's dusty, it's full of leaves, there are plenty of spiders making it their home. It looks very much like it's been abandoned. Beyond the iron gate that just hangs broken and open is the asylum, which is an old grand building. It's covered in ivy, Gothic windows with bars sternly held across them, and there are crumbling decorative pillars in the front. There's a large set of double oak doors that are banded with black iron, and a circular fountain in the courtyard beforehand that's cracked, and the statue that was in the center of it has just crumbled and fallen to one side. Again, the air has gone cold, and you can feel it now. You know when you're out on a winter's day and you can feel it going through your layers of clothing, and you start feeling it seep into your skin. It is dark now. Even though you estimate it's about late afternoon coming to evening, it is astonishingly dark.
They're staying on. Although it is dark in this room.
You can see signs of life in the windows, although you can't quite see in because they're either covered in ivy or with these heavy bars. They're quite dirty, but you can see kind of like dim light coming from the inside and the odd shape walking past windows. So there are signs of life in there. And as you get closer, you can hear the odd kind of burst of giggles, or a stern word, or the sound of someone walking across a corridor. So what would you like to do?
It's really quiet. I shout.
And as you shout that, you almost expect it to echo, but the sound is really muted. Oh. You think maybe the fog is kind of like just making everything feel claustrophobic and close, and it's like muggy.
Especially cold. Mr. Inspector, would you not give an old lady your jacket?
Technically now you're an old man.
An old man?
An old man.
I almost gave up my identity.
Yeah.
God forbid. I'm keeping it. This is
Handsome
my...
Inspector, you wouldn't leave an old man shivering in the cold like this, would you?
This jacket belonged to my long dead partner.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Killed in his prime. I say prime, 2 days from retirement. This jacket goes nowhere, except on my back. And into the places that I go.
You're very articulate.
Thank you.
Well, I guess there's nothing else for it apart from we go in.
So,
Is anyone sane here today? Is anyone taking this seriously?
Very much so.
I sniff the air.
is there can we see the woods that she was talking about? The woods where...
So the woods kind of surround, so you've been walking,
we've been
through,
walking
them,
through them. Have we
to get to here, and it seems like the asylum is set in the heart of this woodland.
Okay. I want to just keep an eye on the wood as we're walking up towards it. Well, I guess we need to start acting like we're bringing these guys in.
But we're not guards yet.
I think we could just bring them in and then say, I heard you had a guard position. I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, you caught us wandering, and you brought us back.
How big is the place?
You would say that it's not the biggest building in the world. It's probably like a good mansion size.
Okay.
So you can see there's probably 1, 2, 3 sets of windows in height, and it's quite boxy. So it's very rectangular in shape. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it more like a manor house than a...
Yes, sorry, manor house is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
like a caravan?
No.
What do you think?
Well, do we want to go through the rigorous process and job interview and tests and things of becoming a guard? Or I could hold up my illusory script I've been a guard this entire time.
Doesn't work for me though.
It says 2 people on it. 2 contracts. For both of us. I am a guard.
So what are you holding up? Like a piece of paper with...
It's just a piece of paper at the moment,
Yeah.
but I could illusory script it.
Okay.
Sure.
Could I, in that case, cast illusory script, and on there I want to have, I guess, did Tranquility, did she have like an ID badge or something, or like?
Apart from the little watch, little upside down watch, she was wearing a plain white tunic, and there didn't seem to be any sort of indication of where she worked or that she worked at Faust Asylum.
I'm going to pretend I was a law official from that previous town, and then use that to say we found these 2 guys from there that belong in an asylum. And then, because we're officials from that town, we'll just say, hey, we can be guards in this place too.
How about you've been hearing of disappearances and you wish to assist in guard duty to prevent any further disappearances?
Now, slight problem. What if the disappearances are as a result of the guards?
They may not know that, but you know that.
What if we go in there and say we want to help them make people disappear?
Oh, I don't think anyone knows about disappearances yet. This is the thing.
I think that's on the down low.
Well, I imagine everyone in there knows about the disappearances.
But-
yeah, but we don't know
but
who in
outside.
there is the reason for it.
If you come from the outside saying that you know about disappearances, then
They're gonna
Kind
know there's someone else in there. knows
yeah.
about it.
They'll know there's someone out in there that has whistleblower listed on their CV.
There's no CVs in this world.
No CVs in this world. I say that into my voice recorder. Save that out as an MP3 and then email it to my phone.
I'd like to think that you're the one who actually should be a patient because you think you're from this future
true.
world where there's
I'm from
no...
an alternate dimension where there's phones,
Yeah.
telecommunication devices, vehicles, automated vehicles, no less. What? Wow.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's not me saying that. No, I'm done. You hear that
true.
in another
That's true.
universe.
I just got a message. iMessage.
God,
You can hear it.
That was really weird.
oh my god.
I was like, who left their phone
Yeah,
on?
who did that?
What the hell?
I bet you there's loads of people who are watching this going, oh, I got a message.
What a weird skill.
I was
Jesus.
about to say, like, geez, Rhiannon, so unprofessional.
Wow.
Wow. You can put that down in your proficiencies.
That's good on my CV.
Do it again. I'm so curious.
No, special the once.
Yeah.
It'll
Once per
never be-
episode.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
Okay.
I'm following the handsome inspector.
That means me, being the only handsome man here.
Excuse me.
That's cruel.
I have good genetics, you know.
Yeah, look at that. Podcast listeners, when Rhiannon makes that noise, she's stroking her bald head.
Old dragonborn head.
It's got his mother's nose.
Can I sniff the air?
It smells, so you smell the rot coming from the trees, and you can smell that sort of crispness that comes with cold air. You know, when you know when it's winter and you can smell, yes, today is cold.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Can I wipe a finger along the ground, put it in my mouth?
Tastes like dirt. Dirty dirt.
Almost seems too ordinary. Let's go
I
in.
mean,
Such a professional.
it's really cold here. There's a lot of fog. It's definitely anything but ordinary, but sure.
Oh no, I was getting to that, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's not to do with the air, it's not to do with the dirt. Don't eat that, it's dirt.
Do you think
Thanks. for the heads up. That's great. I'm beginning to think that I should just put all 3 of you in there.
Potentially. Me and the inspector should be locked in a room together.
With your son.
And you can inspect me if you want.
I don't want no part of this. This sounds weird. Dad!
Yes, son!
I'm questioning.
I haven't had a man, woman, in 20 years! And this handsome man comes along, look at him. Ooh, definitely a Gemini.
I'm sorry, young man, but I don't swing that way.
Ah, it's working.
You notice as this conversation goes on, the fog that was kind of at knee level when you were walking through the woods is definitely kind of circling you and almost kind of surrounding you and the asylum.
Is this a fog of war that's pushing us into the building?
No.
Okay.
Do you want it to be?
I feel strange. We should go inside.
Yes.
I have strange tingly feelings.
Are we? So we're just outside the front.
I'm not escorting that one. All yours. All yours.
I'll hold out a hand.
Really shaky.
Super shaky hand. Okay.
This is my writing hand.
What's your name, young man?
Mr. Sized. Mr. Sized.
Oh my god, it still works!
Yeah, it does.
What have we created?
Well, I will lead Mr. Size, and I will knock at the door, or I suppose.
I'll pat you on your bald head and just like, come on.
Okay.
Did you say you opened the door?
I said I'd knock. So, boom, 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 boom.
You knock.
Oh dear.
It's a big heavy knock. You can hear it echo inside. You hear what sounds like a sigh, and then nothing.
I don't think you knocked loud enough. Can I knock harder? Boom, boom, boom.
Are you saying that?
I am, yes.
Of course you are.
No!
Hell, I think we have someone here to stay.
So you can just hear this, oh my gosh, like, oh. Every time I just sit down and then it happens. Fine, and then you hear this, and the door opens, and this young lady stands there, wearing a nurse's outfit. She's got one of those little nurse's hats. Same tunic as Tranquility was wearing, same little watch. And she's young. It's a young girl with raven black hair. Sorry, not girl, woman with raven black hair. She's got a red cardigan actually on and red lips. And it's actually quite shocking to see this splash of colour in what you can see behind her as in a gloomy sort of environment. You notice immediately she has wickedly sharp red nails, and she's standing there just kind of flexing them like that, tapping the side of her cheek while tapping her foot, her high-heeled foot on the floor. What do you want?
As you can see, I think I've come across this gentleman on my travels, but also I'm looking...
Come on in, and then she just walks off, rolls her eyes, walks off, and as you can
Rude.
see now, you can see, so beyond the doorway is an entrance hall, and it seems it was what once used to be a grand and regal place that screams of old wealth, but that has gone into disrepute. There's dusty oil paintings that when you look at them, they look like old staff members who worked here. And there is a heavy oak desk in front of you that this nurse has now tapped her way behind and instantly just thrown herself in her chair, and she's picked up whatever she was reading before. She's barely paying attention to you. She exudes this aura of just like boredom and just, she's done. She's already done with you, impatient. As you walk in, the main thing that catches your eye is a humongous painting, oil painting, of the warden with a brass plaque underneath it. You can see that the plaque says Warden Faust. And when you look at the painting, you can see quite clearly that this man is a lich.
That is a dashingly young man.
So it's super obvious he's a lich.
Mm-hmm. There is
Why was she
nothing
so
hiding.
quiet about it then? Weird. Strange.
I guess we'll take his seat and wait.
Just get over here. Just come on. There's some forms to fill out. I don't care. Like
I don't. Okay.
she's kind of got her feet up on the desk, but it's sort of slanted, so she doesn't really have to look at you. And you can see she's just flicking through, like a leaflet or something like that.
Okay.
Fill this out.
Okay.
Yeah, she slides across like several dusty forms.
Can I apply to be a guard here? You looking for guards?
She looks over at you briefly, up and down. Got your own weapons?
Yeah.
Experienced?
Yeah.
They can get a little feisty.
Fun.
Perfect. She slides another form over to you.
How much does it pay?
Not much. Hot meal, hot bed. All the patients you can look after.
Gold?
1 gold a week.
Not worth it.
Take it or leave it.
Fine.
She goes back to her reading.
We're not even going to be here a week. I whisper to you, Thea, so she doesn't hear me.
Are you saying all of this into your recorded? I whispered it so that she couldn't hear me.
For future me listeners, I'm leaning in real close to Thea when I say that.
Okay. Great. Yeah, sure. Have you filled in your form? You good?
How do you spell insane?
There's an A on the end.
Thank you.
IFQ4.
E.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Excuse me, dearie.
She's not even looking at you.
Do you have a fountain pen?
No, it's a quill or nothing.
I'm a man.
She looks briefly at you. Uh-huh.
I can't wait to meet my new friends.
She just rolls her eyes. Uh-huh.
Do we get hot meals too?
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
In fact, dinner's coming up real soon.
It is.
I hope you like cabbage.
I'm quite fond of cabbage as a man.
Good. What's your story?
Well, I'm not like these two. I'm also going to apply to be a guard.
Good. Here's your form.
Thank you. Hey, so, how often do these people get, like, visitors and stuff?
Depends.
Okay, it's just this one. He thinks he's gonna get visitors, but his family was gone long ago. No
Don't
one.
care.
No. All right. I'll just fill this form out then.
Visiting hours are in the morning. No one tends to come.
I know. I was just saying that no one would miss him.
And you can see now, she's kind of just tapping her nails, staring at you. And she's got a very unsettling look. Mm-hmm. Like she's just staring at you as if she's thinking.
Well, I'm staring at her like I'm thinking.
Whilst also saying that.
Well, it's also, she's looking at me in a weird way. Insight check, natural 1. What's the problem? Can't tell.
Insight check, natural 1. You can tell nothing.
That's still 11.
Oh, 11. Still 11. Jesus wept. You can tell that she's bored. She's very bored. And she doesn't care. Like, she really doesn't care. She genuinely cares not.
Okay.
But she is looking at you. And you can see almost like a kind of a little raised eyebrow.
I replicate that.
I might be checking in 3 of them here. Just saying.
Yeah, is he a patient or a god?
At this point, who knows?
Well, they say we're all crazy here anyway. Don't know what this voice is.
I
there a
can see that on
finder's
your
fee?
mug. You gotta be crazy to work here. I hate those mugs.
You need to find Nurse Ratchet. She's the head nurse here. She'll give you your uniform and tell you what to do with these. And I'll wave expansively. The nails kind of just like point.
I'm going to put on my application form, though, I'm not going to put my name. I'm going to put just Flisk as a surname, because if it gets back to anyone.
Nice.
Okay. She barely looks at the forms. She kind of sweeps them up.
Mine's like really crumpled up because my hands are massive.
Yeah, she just sighs, chucks them under the desk. She points, so if you look at the map that's been sat here this whole time, so you are about here.
Okay, in the main.
So this is a
main
desk.
room.
This is a big old desk. She's here.
Huge.
This is where the portrait of
Yeah.
the warden is.
The back of the reception.
The back of the room. And then, so if you're coming in this way, that's your right, isn't it? So to your right, whoops, I moved it. She kind of goes, right-hand side is the day room. Our patients will be there right now.
You're right on my right.
You're right.
That way then.
Canteen is to the left, is coming up to dinner time real soon. Find head nurse Ratchet, I don't know where she'll be right now.
Nurse Wretched.
Yeah, you'll have to talk to her, get your uniforms, and these guys are gonna have to, like, you know, put their possessions away for safety.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Goodbye.
It's okay, I can keep them. I can keep them. How
What?
much are they worth? Can we keep them? Can we take them?
No.
But I could sell them.
What are you implying?
That I want valuable weapons.
I know that she kind of gives you a little, you see a little smirk and then it disappears. I'll talk to you later. For now, find Nurse Ratchet, stop bothering me. Goodbye.
Thank you!
Bye, dearie.
So where are you gonna go?
Head to the day room.
Day room, probably.
Okay. So you head to the day room.
Master of the night room.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait. Something's coming to me. Everybody stand around and hold hands.
Is it guess?
I-
Is it just guess? Probably just guess.
Sense of disturbance. There's evil here. At least 2 Leos and 1 Aquarius. Let's continue.
Where are you doing this?
Just in the reception.
She kind of looks over, rolls her eyes, crazies, and then just goes back to whatever she was doing.
Watch out for the 2 Leos and the Aquarius.
Thank you for your input. What if I'm one of them?
Mr. Size, no, you're not.
What am I?
You're a handsome man.
You go into the day room.
We go into the day room.
So you see a communal area filled with listless inmates. People just kind of barely moving.
Insight.
Insight.
Give me a second.
They've all got something going on.
It's very gloomily lit, and there's a real stench of perspiration and mold. There are threadbare rugs, Tom, on the woodworm-eaten floor. And a few, sorry?
In this universe?
Yeah, rugs.
Weird.
They do exist.
Huh. Cool.
Do you want to insight that?
Insight rugs. I'll insight the rug.
Did they come from IKEA?
16.
It's a mimic, you're dead.
Oh, shit.
No!
Owned.
They're just rugs. They've been washed a lot.
Washed it up.
Quite thin.
Interesting.
Colour's gone.
Suspicious.
There's a few tables with a few tired sets of cards and board games on them. In one corner stands an old music box that is actually playing a very strangely upbeat song on repeat, just over and over and over and over again. And there's a window, as you can see here, which you can see leads to sort of another room, but it's barred with a little kind of box in the bottom that someone can slide things through. And on the other side of it, you can see another nurse just watching and waiting, just keeping an eye on everyone who's in the room. What was your insight check on the patients?
Oh, natural 20, so 30.
Jesus.
He knows them all personally. They're all personal friends.
Am I going around real closely?
So there's a mixture of races, of ages, of genders, and there's a fair amount of people in here. They're all fairly out of it. They're keeping themselves to themselves, and those who are kind of not all there are just sort of listlessly dancing to this tune that's just endlessly going on again. And in fact, with a 30 insight, that song is eating into your head. It is just going around your head again and again and again. There are a couple of people who stand out to you. In one corner is a young dwarven girl holding a little teddy bear. In another is a young man who's quite upright. He's holding himself very good posture. He's looking out of a window, and in his hand, I think with that insight, you can probably see...
Would that be a perception?
Actually, no, that would be a perception, yeah.
I think insight would just be like the way they're acting, so I imagine...
They're all acting resigned.
Okay.
This is their life.
Dancing away to this song.
Yeah, there's nothing much to do. They're quite clearly, those who are lucid and who are kind of a bit more with it are clearly quite bored. Those who are just gone are just gone. They're just entertaining themselves with the smallest thing that they see. The nurse that you see in the window is keeping a very sharp eye. She's got a smile on her face, but she's keeping a very sharp eye on everybody in the room, including you guys, as you walk in. What would you like to do?
Hey, Fia, this seems like your thing, this whole guard thing. Actually, I take that back. Bear-strout.
Yes.
Bear-strout.
Yes.
Bear-strout.
Yes.
How would a guard act in this sort of place?
Just patrolling around, looking around. Lots of standing, lots of looking.
How would they treat the people?
Honestly, this place, I really don't think they care that much. She didn't seem to care
No.
at all.
Okay.
We need to just find Nurse Ratchet so I can get a uniform.
By the way, this song, it's good.
I
I
love
want
it.
to. It makes me want to punch people.
Do you want to dance?
Not right now.
I'm coming towards you.
No, please.
Come on, dearie, just a little one.
No. How is he reacting, or she, sorry, reacting to the song?
Yeah? It's great. You want to dance to it?
It reminds me of my younger days.
It probably does actually come from that era.
Nice. Sweet.
It's an
I love
oldie. An oldie but a goldie. But
I'm
really...
forever blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
You know this one, son? Don't you?
Do-do-do-do.
I sing it to you every night. I used to scream as a wee dragon baby
Wee lizard.
Yes.
before you ate mother.
I'm still terribly sorry about
Oh
that.
no, she's in there somewhere.
I know.
Come on, you.
Always a part of me.
I'm
Always.
gonna lead them towards, I guess,
Fun.
the barred window.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the barred window to where that nurse is.
So you see an elderly lady, an elderly nurse. Again, she's wearing the same uniform, but her uniform is a light pink uniform with a grey cardigan. And she has one glass eye that is filled with a swirling light. You can see like the light in it just keeps moving and swirling around. So it's not just an ordinary glass eye. She has grey hair and she gives you a big smile. Hello, dearies. How are you? I'm Nurse Wilkes. You must be new here.
Yes. these patients need to check in, I guess.
Ah, yes. Already filled out their forms, have they?
Yeah, I don't know how readable they are though, because
Because they're insane.
I don't think this one can write.
I tried my best. I promise.
That's fine. They seldom know how to do it. We'll teach you how to write here, my dear.
Yay!
That's my son.
Yes. I can see the family resemblance.
You can. It's more my mother. I'm doing more of a man's voice.
Wonderful. I can see that you two will make firm friends here.
You think so?
You think so?
You'll be a great contribution.
Contribute.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Any more fine ditties like this one and we'll fit right in.
It is good, isn't it? We play it to keep the patients calm.
Working.
I'm very, very calm right now.
Feel great.
Does it genuinely make us feel calm?
You would find it annoying.
Yeah.
Really annoying. It's just like that one song that's on a loop again and again and again. And the more you hear it, you hear different bits of it.
Oh, that's even more annoying. How many patients do you have here? So if I'm thinking of applying to be a guard.
What's your name, dearie?
Flisk.
Flisk. What a charming name.
Thanks. Yeah.
Currently, we have a complement of around 30 patients.
Okay.
32 now with our new wonderful guest. And she beams.
Hello.
Absolutely beams.
Such a lovely lady.
It's very nice.
Yes. I try and be comforting to our new patients here. What about you, my dear?
Can I just look around the room real quick? How many are in here?
It's probably about 20 or so.
Where are the other ones?
Ah, some of them stay in their dormitories during this part of the day, and others are, well,
That makes sense. I recommend this one stays away as well, locked in a room.
oh really?
Are you very
Pointing at the old man.
She hasn't shown any signs of,
She?
Oh, sorry. He hasn't shown any signs
I
of
start sweating.
any outbursts or aggressive, violent tendencies?
This is the most lucid I've seen her all day. Where I picked her up, she was assaulting multiple other younger men.
Well, we'll keep an eye on her.
Never mind.
Do you have a lot of solitary patients here? Do you have to keep someone, like, contained? Just, if they get violent.
Of course. We don't want them to hurt themselves or others.
Well, what do we need to do to get these guys checked in?
You need to report to head nurse Ratchet, my sister. She should be doing her rounds around about now. Why don't you just settle in, get to know a few people? She'll be here shortly, probably.
I want to meet the warden.
The warden is not available.
Oh, such a shame. Real dashing man.
Do you obviously make a face like that? Yes. He is quite the figurehead here.
Yes. More than just a figurehead, I'm sure.
The warden, I'm sure, will be very interested in meeting you.
Yes.
I start to remember that I'm in character and I'm going down this whole sexy man route. And I stop talking.
The warden shows a special interest in all the patients here.
Oh.
Special.
Yes. Yes, you're very special to me, son.
You too. Dad.
Well, I suppose we better make ourselves useful with guards now, I imagine.
Yes, Nurse Ratchet, the head nurse, will also be able to tell you where your uniforms are too. If you just keep an eye on these two, perhaps get used to the way of life here, I'm sure you'll find it quite simple.
And what's your name again?
I am Nurse Wilkes.
The name's Nurse Wilkes.
What is that? What was that?
My hand.
What is in your hand?
Nothing.
And you can see where she's been quite cheerful and quite smiley at this point. She's still smiling, but her face and her eyes behind it have changed, and she's looking quite stern now. What is that?
I was just saying your name back to make sure that you...
Show me what is in your hand.
Sleight of hand.
So if you're gonna make this sleight of hand, you're gonna try and like hide it in a.
I'll like brush it along the side of my jacket and then show my hand. So in that brush, it goes into a pocket.
Okay, sleight of hand.
19. Oh, I don't even know what this recorder is. Like, I guess it's like a magical.
It's probably like a small. I imagine it to be like like the glamour disc that Mark.
Yeah.
Like maybe something like with a clamshell. So maybe a little box that opens and shuts. And
Kind of little, yeah.
Every time you finish recording, you have to click it shut.
Yeah, so I just slide that across my pocket. Nothing in my hands, just saying your name.
A word of advice here, Mr. Your name?
Scold. Couldn't come up with it.
That's your name. A word of advice here, Mr. Scold. You do not deceive other members of staff, and you do not hide things from us. You do not cause trouble, and you look after the patients. We nurses are in charge here when Warden Faust is not around. You would do wisely to do what we say. Is that understood? Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful.
Naughty boy, aren't you?
I squeeze his bicep.
Wonderful.
Like rigid now, like.
What?
I beg your pardon.
I am standing there, like, completely attention to you now, not.
It's really bad time.
Not paying any attention to
I'm like standing at attention to whatever her name is now. I've already forgotten. Wilkes.
Stop digging the hole.
Also, I have an erection.
And the corpse is buried.
Nice. She's dead, Jim.
Flowers on the grave.
I'm sure we're going to get on famously, Mr. Scold. Now introduce yourself to the patients. I'm sure the head nurse will be here shortly.
She gave you a bit of a scolding.
She gave me my namesake. Is there anyone we should look out for?
My darling, everyone here is a special case.
Yes,
There it is
they
again.
are. Especially this one.
How lovely.
It's genetics.
We're not going to have any problems from you two, are we?
No, of course not.
Smile. He did the smile again.
Big toothy smile.
And yourself?
Oh no, I'm just gonna guard.
Wonderful. Do mingle.
Mingle, sure.
And on that, we are going to take a quick break.
Oh my god.
So we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
A high roll is 5
Oh.
minute.
Yeah.
Don't
Hope
forget
you're enjoying
that you can check out Crit It on the break.
Yes.
See all of those miniatures.
CRITIT.co.uk.
They are beautiful.
Damn good deal.
Check them out.
I just ordered it.
He literally did order their
He ordered
Kickstarter as we were
You get a
streaming.
T-Rex.
What?
What?
T-Rex is one of the things as well.
Okay, yep.
So yeah, check it out, and we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
See you later.
Bye. See you in 5.
Hello and welcome back to High Rollers. This is our special 2-part one-shot as Mark is away on holiday in Japan. Welcome back. So how do you guys think it's going so far? You're making progress?
I mean,
So good.
How do you feel like it's going?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine.
It's definitely like a well-oiled machine.
Okay.
So for those of you who don't know, we have an intrepid band of adventurers who are part of the League of Ordinary Gentlefolk who have come together to solve this unexplained mystery of patients going missing from an asylum. They have arrived at the asylum, 2 disguised as guards and 2 disguised as patients, and they have just met, well, they've met 2 of the nurses and several of the patients. And you have been told to report to Head Nurse Ratched to get your uniforms and to hand over your possessions because we can't have patients running around with sharp things.
Yeah.
Yes, so we left off before the break in the day room. Is there anything you would like to do?
So we were just told to mingle, weren't we? Just wander around, meet the locals. So what should we do?
Any opportunity, I'm trying to get an arm and wander around with you.
Any opportunity, I'm like continuously walking away from them. Is there anyone in this room that is a human girl, maybe in their mid-20s? Maybe they have, I don't know, some brown hair, brown eyes?
Nope.
Is there anyone that looks slightly similar to that?
Nope.
Are there any girls?
There's a young dwarven girl holding a teddy bear.
Okay. Could I go up to her and say, hey, I'm a guard.
Oh, I'm not meant to talk to guards. Bye!
What?
And she turns around to cuddle her teddy bear.
Hey, don't worry, I'm not a god just yet. So I'm not a god. I mean, I said I was a god. I will be, but right now I'm not a god, so you can talk to me.
I've been told not to talk to guards.
No, I'm not a god yet.
So you're gonna be one?
Maybe. Let's say, all right, let's just restart. Hey,
Hi.
I'm not a guard.
But you just said you were a guard.
No, that we restarted the conversation, remember?
Oh, that's not how conversations work.
It's exactly how it works. I cast friends on her.
What does friends do?
It's a cantrip, and for the duration I have advantage on all charisma checks.
Is there any...
Oh crap, apparently they realise once it ends as well.
Ooh, but do they realise that you've cast it?
It's semantic, and it's got a material component, but...
I think they just realised after, not during.
So you'd have advantage on all charisma checks.
Yes.
So what would it be? Persuasion?
Yeah. Persuasion.
Advantage.
With advantage. 14 twice. 19.
So as you say the spell, so I imagine you trigger it with the word friends, like, you know.
I'm not a guard.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah. She kind of just like shake her head and be like, hi, my name's Carrie.
Sorry, did you say your name was Felicity Brown?
No, my name's Carrie.
Insight when I say Felicity Brown.
You can't just say insight and just make that be an insight.
How's she looking?
Just confused. You're really confusing her. She's a young girl holding a teddy bear.
Sorry, I heard you say your name was Felicity Brown. I'm looking around the room.
Oh my god.
What insight did you roll on the room check?
Oh, the room check.
Oh, because you're inciting...
Not Greg.
13.
People have mostly ignored you. There's 1 or 2 like of the more kind of lucid patients who just kind of like look at you really quickly and then look away. Nurse Wilkes is staring directly at you.
So your name's not Felicity, because you said your name was Felicity Brown. Is that
My
what
name's Carrie.
Carrie, that's what you said. Sorry, I misheard you.
You're weird. I don't like you.
Well, I guess we're done here.
And then does your spell wear off?
I suppose.
She'd shake her head and be like, hey!
Looks like we got a rough one. What was your name here again? What's your guard. Flisk. She's getting uppity.
I'm checking you in. I swear to God.
She's getting uppity.
She's getting uppity.
Hey, Wilkes, what's the protocol on uppity patients?
I'm gonna walk away from him, so I don't want to be near him when that glare's happening.
I am Nurse Wilkes.
Nurse Wilkes.
What did you just do to the girl?
I asked her name.
You cast a spell. What was it?
I didn't cast a spell, I'm just very charming.
I refer you to the rules that we spoke about not less than a minute ago, Mr. Skold. What did you do?
You told me to mingle, so I wanted to make friends with the patients.
We do not tend to encourage a friendly relationship between patients and guards, Mr. Skold. Is that clear?
Very clear. Nurse Wilkes. Thank you very much.
This is your first warning.
How many do I get?
2.
2? Normally it's 3. This is my
second
first
warning?
of 2.
She's just staring at you.
Okay.
You're so fiery. I love it. I love the passion. Cast friends on me.
I'm not allowed to cast any spells. Hey, what sort of things would get me a second warning? Because I didn't actually
Everything
have...
you've just done.
There was no induction process at all. I just came in.
I told you the rules, Mr. Skold, not less than a minute ago. Do you remember what they were?
Just listen to you. But that was pretty much it, right?
And what did I say?
Not to hide anything.
I said, you pay attention to what we say, and that is all.
But he didn't tell me to... Very well, Nurse Wilkes. But very, very well.
Is that it? What are you doing?
Let's go find our sister.
What are you doing, Tom?
Wha-
Are you carrying on?
Thank you, Nurse Wilkes. I will not disobey you again.
Good. And as you walk away, you see a slight movement in her hand, and she puts something back. Like, you can't quite see, because of where the window is, kind of like this. You can't quite see where her hands are, but you can see that she moves her hands to put something down on the desk below her.
In that case, I'm just going to stand attentively at the wall, watching around, just looking around.
What, at the wall?
I'm very sorry. I'll go into the corner.
Can I look out of a window outside and have a look at like the woods?
So you can't see a great deal because the windows are quite dirty and obscured by ivy and the thick bars. You see pretty much the same thing that you saw on your way in. You can see that it's much darker now. It's probably coming up to nighttime. And the fog has rolled in even closer. And roll me a perception.
I thought you were going to say a pathetic check.
Oh, no, that was terrible.
Oh, I'm very pathetic.
No, that's a 5.
You think you see, as you're looking out in the fog, you think you see maybe something, a creature, or a foot, an arm. But then as the fog rolls, it just sort of rolls back into the darkness again, and you're not sure if it was just the fog as it moved around. What would you guys do, Ree?
I'd like to sidle up to Katie and be like, hey, they're probably going to take this off me, so I want to give it to you first. Then I take off my halberd off my shoulder. It's like massive. It's like huge. And I'm like,
This is the least subtle thing in the world. I don't think that there is a...
so I'm like looking around. Just, take care of Jerry with an eye. Thanks.
Are you stealthing this in any way, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that would be probably sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand,
Like
yeah.
handing a halberd.
Could I assist with a sleight of hand since I'm like a rogue? I can.
Roll me something. Roll me a dice. Roll me a d20.
You walked in with a huge outfit.
14.
18.
Okay, I was gonna roll advantage.
I've got a +9 to sleight
Yeah,
of hand.
18.
Okay. 18 plus your sleight of hand, so...
Yes, it's 18.
That would be a 23 if it was sleight of hand from me.
How are we sleight of handing a outfit?
I think the.
I don't know.
The check
It's more
is
the act of
extremely
giving
high.
it to Flisk. It's not like they're not trying to hide
yeah.
like that there's a
His name is
halberd,
apparently
but hide the fact that Ree is giving this halberd over to Flisk. Fia. Flisk Fia. Fia Flisk. Okay, yeah, so she hands over the halberd to you and you slip it on. It doesn't appear that the Nurse Wilkes has noticed. I think she's probably too distracted by Scold.
All part of the plan.
While this happens,
Jerry with an eye.
Jerry with an eye, yeah.
What if I spell it wrong? Will you be really angry? It's making you uncomfortable. It's okay, it's fine. Don't think too hard, it's fine.
Okay. I just know it has an eye, I don't know where it goes.
Is it a J or a G?
while Bear Strout is kind of moaning and screaming and just having a slight midlife crisis, you suddenly hear screaming coming from the corner of the room where the music box was. And a young man, clearly distressed, is like clutching at his head. Stop! Make it stop! It's too much! And he starts smashing at the music box. As he's doing this, you can see everyone around him, oh God, oh no, just backing off and running away. Another patient, a young half-elf, tries to go to him and like, stop, calm down, stop. But he's just gone. He is furiously trying to smash this music box up. Presumably none of you doing anything?
Stop that, man! It's my favorite song!
I guess I'm just like looking to Nurse Wilkes.
Nurse, what happens when they do this?
What do
I'm
we do when
learning
they
here.
get up
Learning.
Just wait.
Okay.
The door at the end of the day room, so this one here, swings open and another woman, another nurse stands there. She is terrifying. She has an incredibly dominating presence. She has a face like stone with a mouth that just twists down and an aura of hatred that you can just feel. She's tall, she's solid, she carries herself very upright, and she has a grey hair pulled back tightly in a bun, a starched black uniform, and she walks into the room. There's a heavy leather belt around her midriff with several iron keys, a few, something that looks crystalline, and a heavy like kosh hanging from her belt. And she walks into her room with her arms behind her back. And as the doors open, you can see all the patients near this man shrink away and just literally retreat from this side of the room backwards. The man doesn't seem to have noticed her enter yet. And as she kind of looks around the room, looks at all of you, and looks at this young man who's having this moment. As you see her step into the room, you notice that she is flanked by two colossal men. They are huge. They have big, broad forearms and hairy, really, really hairy. And they have rather vicious grins on their face, like they're taking glee in this scene, and they look like they're enjoying what's about to happen, and they flank either side of her, just behind her. She walks into the room, and after taking a look at you, she looks at this man. Wilfred, you know I warned you. That was your last chance. And as this man turns around to see her, he visibly blanches. He goes white. Is there anything you want to do?
Taken aback by these big burly men.
Flisk, I think we might be needed as, guards.
Okay. Is there anything that we can assist with, ma'am?
Who are you and what are you doing in my asylum?
Flisk, ma'am. Guard duty here.
New, are you?
Yes.
And you?
Oh, I'm Scold. Part of the new guard, too.
Then observe.
What is it that you do to punish the patients here?
She gives you a brief little smile. That is not quite for you to know yet. This is your first day here, after all. Brothers Grimm and Brothers Glum here will escort and restrain Wilfred. But then you're not going to be a problem, are you? And she directs this to the young man. I warned you what would happen after the last time. I warned you that you got off lightly. You know where you're going now. And the two men clamp a hand on either of his arms, and you can see the fight has just gone out of him. He's not resisting, he's crying. He's so scared, he's crying. And he just goes limp between these two men who gleefully just hold him and restrain him and start dragging him out of the door. If you are to encounter violent patients such as Wilfred here, call for one of the more senior guards. Restrain them in the meantime.
Can you let me know how I would recognize a more senior guard?
So you can see Grimm and Glum are wearing these uniforms. They have several stripes on their sleeve.
Okay.
They have 3 on each sleeve. The stripes denote seniority. They are the most trustworthy guards here. We run a tight ship here. No one steps out of line.
Happy to be part of the team, nurse.
I am Head Nurse Ratched. I am the right hand of Warden Faust.
Oh, we were told to come and see you, so...
How fortuitous. A moment. And she addresses the room. You all know what happens if you misbehave. Wilfred was given several warnings. He got what is coming to him. Do not disobey the rules. Do not cause a disturbance, or you know what will happen to you. You two, and I presume these two are new?
Yes. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Sized. And this is my son.
Hey,
You are a woman, and you will take that ridiculous moustache off.
How dare you? Who are you to say?
I am the head nurse, and I can see through your pathetic disguise.
I'm going to walk away, sobbing, peeling off the moustache and throwing it on the floor in a huff.
But you take it off.
Yeah. I do take it off.
Amazing, such quick rehabilitation. I can see why you're the head nurse.
A firm hand helps troubled minds. You two. These two need to be put into their appropriate outfits. Follow me to the storage room.
Okay.
You will also need to relieve them of their possessions.
All possessions?
All possessions.
I see.
So, Grimm and Glum have already disappeared somewhere. But you walk out, she walks out with one final look and down this corridor here and stops outside of this room. Here. Helpfully labeled storage.
Yeah.
Where do we see the two guys cutting off?
You probably see the tail end of them going up the stairs. And you can hear Wilfred sobbing.
How dare she?
Well, Flisk, you take the possessions of Mrs. Sized. I'll get the possessions
Medium-sized.
medium-sized, and I'll get the possessions of Bear Strout.
I've already got some of their strap.
Crap. Okay.
You can have all my frisk me.
Just tell me what you got.
You have
I
to find it.
I roll investigation.
Mess kits, rations.
I resist.
Adventurous stuff.
But the weapons are the hand axes and the javelins.
Yeah.
I'm
Daggers? No daggers?
No daggers, no.
You're gonna have to really. I've hidden lots of bad knives and things.
I'm rolling investigation to get all of the possessions that he is resisting.
Is this in the corridor behind Nurse Ratched? Is your
Yes. Well, I'm trying to get all of his possessions off her, but she's resisting.
Ooh!
I've got sleight of hand 20. I just keep moving around the thing.
It's in my inner thigh.
I rolled 11 on investigation.
Nurse Ratched turns around at the corridor and I guess she sees you two. I guess you're getting things off of Bear.
Oh no, no.
And then she also sees
Skull.
Scold trying to frisk down Sized, but not really. I guess you're being quite difficult.
Yes.
I guess where her hand goes, she's like turning around and like, ooh!
Not there.
Is there a problem here?
No, not at all. Could you get those two other men to frisk me?
They are busy. Hand over your possessions. You may keep one personal item, that is all.
No fun.
I peel off a moustache from my inner thigh.
Thank you.
Fine.
Is this your possession you want to keep?
No, you can have that.
Well, thank you.
You can't keep the axes, I'm sorry.
Gordon! Jason!
Both with eyes.
It's like on the floor, like bawling.
On the floor, you having a proper tantrum?
No. No.
Is there a problem here?
No.
I believe that the axes have names, so I think that there's quite a personal attachment there.
I'm sorry, it's hard to let go.
Control yourself, child.
I am strong. So strong.
But also insane.
Nurse Ratched opens the door,
Let's make that clear.
and inside you see a simple small room lined with shelves that contain both guard uniforms, similar to the ones that you see on Grim and Glum, with no stripes on their sleeve. And you also see patient uniforms, similar to those that patients are wearing in the day room. There is also another door on the other side here that is currently locked. You see Nurse Ratched go up to it, unlock it with a key from her belt. Patient possessions go in here. Make sure you mark their drawer appropriately. There's nothing worse than patients getting their possessions messed up. And then she waits by the main door. Hurry, I do not have much time for this.
So where's the guard stuff?
She points. So as she kind of shows you into the room,
Yeah.
she points like, this is the guard uniform, this is the patient uniform. Put stuff here.
Well, this one here, the medium size, has a lot of stuff on her. It'll take a while to get it all logged.
I want solutions, not complaints.
Oh no, I'm just saying if you're short on time, we can deal with this. We're good guards. Real good guards.
As she's staring at you, probably thinking about what to do with you, Tranquility runs up in the corridor. She's like, oh, I heard you wanted me, Nurse Ratched. Was there something I was meant to do? And she's like, Tranquility. And then she begins having a conversation with Tranquility. You're listening, and it seems to be about laundry shifts and stuff getting messed up, and basically she's doling out menial duties for Tranquility to do. Which leaves you with a possible opportunity
Okay.
to do what you will.
So the guard clothes that are there right now, are there any 3 stripers?
Nope.
Damn it.
You earn those, Thomas.
I know, but I was just hoping they might have been in there. Are they stripes that are just in the
Just
uniform?
a black stripe that's sewn on.
Sewn on.
What are you looking for, dearie?
My guard clothes.
Yeah, they're right there. Look. Put them on.
I don't
Let
think
me watch
that
you.
any of this stuff is small enough for you to.
No.
But
It's okay though. I've got fire.
Okay.
Don't forget that as well as getting dressed into your new outfits, there's also this room here that you need to be putting their possessions into as well.
Okay.
can I go
In
into
that
that? Can I see if there's any, like, are there patient names on the drawers?
There's initials, yeah.
Initials. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll walk in with into that room with a handful of medium-sized stuff.
Oh, you know my size. You see, eyeballing me a lot.
And I will just throw that into a box and then start looking for a box labeled FB.
You see one?
Okay. Can I close the door behind me as well? Is there a door in this room?
Yes.
Okay, I'll close it.
Okay.
Okay, and I want to have a look in FB.
There is nothing in the drawer.
Okay. Is there an MB?
No.
Damn. My investigation's run dry. I'm going home.
But you signed a contract, Thomas. You may never leave.
I'm a guard now.
You're here forever and ever and anyway, what the rest of you do?
I'm stripping.
It's just butt naked.
I'm wearing a bra, but my boobs are down to my knees.
The bra is not
Interesting.
doing anything.
It's not doing anything.
Oh, Mr. Inspector. I've got a lot for you to inspect.
Fliss, can you deal with that one?
Nope.
Knocking on the door. It's closed. Oh, did you come back out?
No.
Come on.
Is she still talking to Tranquility at the moment?
She keeps giving glances over the corner of her
Okay.
over her shoulder, in the corner of her eye, over her shoulder. But yeah, she's still talking with Tranquility. She seems to be scolding her about something now, like telling her off.
Oh, okay.
Tardiness, that kind of thing.
Crap, what was the name of the guy that just got taken?
Wilfred.
Did Tranquility said that she was going to get us a list of the people who had been missing? Did she give us that before we made way? No, yeah, okay.
And you'd probably guess that given the time that she left and all that, she probably hasn't had much time, especially, sounds like there's a lot of duties that she has to do at the moment.
Okay. Are there any of the drawers, are they all quite full, or are there like maybe 10 drawers that are empty or anything like that?
So are you going to start pulling things out, or like just...
I just want to like try and kind of have a bit of a nosy, but...
So you notice that there are a couple that are empty.
Okay.
Ones that are empty, can I just voice record the initials of each one?
Sure.
FB. PD.
So there'll be an FB,
FB.
WS,
WS.
S,
WS. S.
PT,
SPT.
no, S and then a PT.
What? Just one S?
One S.
On its own? What a weird name. PT.
AA,
Aaron.
Anderson.
Aronson.
And then there's just like various empty ones that you think were for new patients, like who come in.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna, while he's in there, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go out because I want to keep an eye on her while he's recording things like a weirdo.
Thanks for my
And
investigation.
get
Thank you very much.
my guard uniform. And then I want to keep an eye out for when she stops talking to Tranquility, and then I'd like to approach Nurse
And-
Ratchet.
Have you been completely stripped of your equipment? So anything sharp and pointy,
It's gone.
that kind of thing, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm just in my undies waiting for the inspector to dress me.
So I'm guessing you have no weapons or anything like
No.
that. Okay. And do you store her stuff there? Put it away in the possessions room?
Yes, but I keep the halberd.
Do you have another weapon as well?
Me?
Yeah.
So I've just got some daggers.
You got daggers, and then you got this halberd on your back as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Carry on.
Oh, not nice.
Mr. Scald,
Wait, I do have. Do I
I
have?
need
I've
some
got daggers
assistance.
and a rapier.
I'm getting very chilly. You need to put my clothes on. I can't reach around.
I'm not leaving that room.
So you're in the possessions room.
I'm still in possessions
Are
room.
you still looking at things?
I mean, I guess I've... So, Wilfred, is there anyone that just starts with W? There was a WS that was empty, but is there another W?
Yes.
Can I look into that one?
So you find a couple of sets of clothes, man's clothes, a little painting of what looks like Wilfred and a wife, a woman. And you also find a short brown pipe.
I'd like to pocket the pipe.
Okay.
Sure.
You're going to take it?
Yeah. Yes,
I mean, it's just fine if you want to steal from a patient, that's fine.
I could use it. Not to smoke with, I mean to...
He says as he lights up his own pipe.
I open my pocket and crush a load of rolled cigarettes with it. I need it. I don't need it to smoke. Ulterior motives.
You're talking to yourself.
I pick up a pipe.
What's your arcana like?
Oh, it's +4.
Okay.
My intelligence is +3.
Make an arcana roll.
Whoop. Oh, so that's an 8.
Yeah, it's a really... It looks slightly unusual. It doesn't look like a normal pipe. It looks like it's been lovingly crafted out of a kind of rich wood that you've never really seen before. There's a couple of engravings on the side. What you think looks like little creatures. Yeah.
Loot. Nice.
Mark it down.
Magic pipe. Belong to Wilfred. What's the last name on that? I guess I've just got an initial.
Pete.
Wilfred P. WP. Gotcha.
So investigating.
I'm doing my job.
So have you been taken? Has like all your stuff, like anything sharp and pointy, weapony, has it all been taken?
It's still
I never had.
You never had anything
No.
sharp and weapony. Okay.
No.
Are you quite done in there?
Oh wait, I do have an orb,
It's not sharp and pointy though.
so technically,
You could pass it as a personal possession.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a glass orb.
Quick question. You said to the patients that they all know what's coming if they misbehave, but as a guard, we still don't know what that is. Is there anything that we can, just so that we can communicate with them?
For now, you restrain anyone that is being difficult. And she looks over at medium-sized.
I think that one would enjoy it.
Mr. Scald!
Then call for support. Guards then will take them up to solitary, which is on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
You must then report this to either myself or Warden Faust.
Warden Faust, I don't think we've met him yet.
No, and it is unlikely you will do. He keeps to his own schedule.
How would we report to him if you were not around?
You may knock on his office door.
Where is his office?
2nd floor.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Very useful. Very useful.
Yes,
What?
you were looking at me.
I'm still in the other room.
Oh, okay, fine then. Stay there. Where is the other one?
Okay, now that I've heard that, I like open the door, like, weird, this door just closed behind me. We should probably check that
Oh,
out.
there you are.
Oh, God.
You still haven't put my clothes on yet, Mr. Scald.
Where are the patients? Oh, here they are. Okay, here you go, medium-sized.
Well, I've got very bad arthritis and I can't reach.
Do hurry. I have other duties to attend to.
Slip it on.
Okay, here you go. Medium.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. Oh, I feel a bit unstable.
No, stand still, please.
I'm gonna hold on to you for support.
Oh, it's like a pendulum.
What?
Like pendulums. You're just rocking back and forth.
Oh.
Are you quite done?
Never.
Do the patients have individual rooms?
Follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
And she walks out. As she walks out, she heads up to the staircase up there. And, are you following?
I suppose so. Second floor. Bam.
Where are
Look
these?
at this.
Where are these burly men, Miss Nurse?
That is none of your business.
Oh, they could be. It's been a long time.
Are you normally this talkative?
Absolutely. My job is a medium, so I speak a lot. Would you like me to read your fortune?
No.
Bitch.
How did you say that?
Very quietly.
Bitch.
As you say that, she rounds on you. Like, so previously she's walking forward like that. She spins.
You are not an old lady.
What did you say?
I called you a beautiful lady.
Patients must know their place. And with that, she takes from her belt a hard wooden stick with a crystal on the end
God, I'm gonna get spanked.
and jams it into your rib cage.
What?
Would you please make me, mister?
Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, he has no say, so still roll.
It just happens.
Ooh. Let me just find my dice. Just find my dice.
Which ones do you want, the D10s?
As she jams it into your rib cage, you feel this burning, crackling sensation as lightning pours into your body and shocks you. You take 7 points of damage.
Jeez.
You brute! You saw it! She hurt me!
You called me a profanity. That is not allowed here.
She's not wrong.
Son, stay out of this!
Do you want more?
Of course I don't, you brute. Sorry, is that another bad B word?
You would be advised to shut up.
Fine.
You're probably on the floor, just still vibrating with lightning crackles at this point.
Wow.
Sort her out.
Right away.
Sort her out.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to take her?
We are going to the dormitories. I will assign you your bunks. And so
Okay.
she carries on her way. So she walks up, so we're probably up the stairs at this point. Let's say that probably happened around here.
Around
She
the
takes
stairs, yeah.
a right and walks into what you see is a very large room. Where the hell are my notes?
As we're walking up the stairs, there's another floor above this one.
Mhm.
So when
So
we're still on the staircase, can I just like look up and listen and see if I can hear anything from the solitary?
Roll me a perception check.
18.
So this staircase does in fact carry on upwards as well, and you can hear two things. You hear the sound of someone crying, a woman crying, and you also hear the sound, and this is a very, very faint sound, but you hear the sound of two people stepping, like just stepping in line, and then a whoosh, and that's all.
Does the crying continue after that?
The woman crying does carry on. Okay. So you come to the dormitories, and you see a large room with several beds in it. They're very cheap, thin-looking beds. There are a couple of inmates, probably the one, you didn't see them downstairs, so they're probably the ones that they mentioned that were not accounted for. Each bed has a small chest at the foot of it, and there's it's a very joyless room. It's painted white, or it was once, but it's sort of all crumbly and a bit in disrepair right now. Again, it's very gloomily lit. There's no decoration in terms of anything like paintings or pot plants or anything like that. It's a very empty room. The patients who are in there are very, very quiet. And you notice, so when you came into the asylum, you noticed that it was cold on the ground floor, but it's definitely colder up here. Your breath visibly steams in front of you, and you have goosebumps all up and down your arms. And you notice that the patients that are in there are wrapping themselves in what little blankets that they have from their beds, and they are kind of quietly huddled together. A nurse Ratched points at 2 empty beds. These will be yours. You are allowed to put whatever personal possessions, your 1 personal possessions, in the chest at the end. You will also be assigned further linens and blankets that can be stored there also. Showers are at the end of the corridor. If you make a disturbance, the guard rooms are next door and they will tend to you. Is that understood?
Yes.
Excellent. Solitary is upstairs, as are my rooms. Do not go up there unwarranted. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. How many patients are in solitary?
Why do you ask?
I'm just curious so that I know how many people do I need to watch.
At the moment, there is 1.
Okay. Thank you.
Since you arrived late, you missed dinner. I suggest you settle down now. Your quarters are at the end of the corridor on the left. You will meet other guards there that will settle you in.
Right away, ma'am.
I will not be having any further problems, will I?
I don't know.
See that I don't. And with that, she walks out.
What a wicked woman. Assaulting an old lady. How could she? How did you not defend your dad, mother? I don't know anymore.
I've seen many scary things in my time. She's terrifying.
I know. Let's get rid of her.
Yeah.
Yes, let's snuff her out.
Yes.
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 Let's butcher her.
Yes.
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 I think they're getting uppity.
That wicked woman needs a lesson. She can't go treating the patients like that.
Yeah, but if we don't find out what's going on here before we teach her a lesson, then we're not going to get paid.
I see what's going on here. You don't need to be psychic to know, even though it helps. She's killing them.
What?
She's the one that's taking them away, it's obvious.
Why?
She attacked me for saying bitch.
You did call her a bitch.
Yeah.
You think that was warranted assault?
Yeah. I wouldn't do that.
Really?
I've punched a person for less, yeah.
You're barbaric. I wouldn't do that. I'm a kind, gentle, loving woman.
Well, you've got your possessions. The chests are at the end of the bed.
Yes, where will you be sleeping?
Well, we're guards now, aren't we?
Yep. We should go and see who the other guards are.
But everyone's possessions go into the end of those beds.
Were you listening slightly? Like at all? Ever?
What?
Clearly no.
Everyone's
You've been okay.
possessions.
You've been good.
I'm good.
Jerry's fine.
Yay.
Wait,
With an eye.
You want me to ruffle through?
Sorry?
With an eye.
If you're going to spend the night here,
Yes.
is everyone else in here?
So there's a couple of patients in here who were already in here when you arrived. Okay. But you notice actually as you guys are conversing that more of the patients from the day room are slowly coming up and going to their beds.
Are there any other guards here?
There is one guard just standing in the corner. He doesn't really seem that interested. He's just watching around, making sure no one's causing any trouble.
How many stripes? 2. And we've got 1.
Two.
And we've got 1 in our uniforms.
You got nothing at the moment.
Nothing? Well, that's a step up. Can I go talk to that guard?
Yes, you may. He is a half-orc man.
Ah.
And he's queer, just like, he's been here for a while, you think. He's just looking at everything like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, we're part of the new guard here. So you got 2 stripes. How long you been here? Doing the old grind.
Oh, mate, feels like forever, but I've been here about maybe 2 years.
2 years, 2 stripes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Feels like longer, though. It's quite boring here. You all right, mate?
Oh, I'm good. Just a garden. I'm not a garden. I am guarding.
Oh, you're a funny one, aren't you, mate?
That wasn't a joke. I never tell jokes.
Well, you're not going to last long here if you don't have a sense of humour.
We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so what sort of access do those stripes get me?
Well, pretty much you're allowed most places. You're not allowed upstairs, really, to solitary. That's where the more experienced guards come in, right? The ones who've been here the longest. The ones they can trust, yeah?
Right.
They're the ones who get to have all the fun. It's not fair.
Fun?
Oh, well. Maybe I'll get my 3rd stripe next year, mate.
Hopefully. What kind of fun you thinking?
Oh, a little bit of slap and tickle.
You mean slapping and what? What do you, what?
Oh, you get to shove patients around a little bit, innit?
And tickle them.
Yeah.
You didn't mean like, okay. And that's what they do up on the 3rd? That's what we call it here.
That's what I said, mate. You
Nope.
hard of hearing?
Nope. No. Hear loud and clear.
Mate, you need to loosen up, yeah? We're a pretty tight-knit crew, the guards. So you're just gonna need to loosen up a bit. You're gonna come in with this hard-ass, like, whoa, I'm a guard business. You're not going to make any friends here. And the years, they're gonna seem even longer.
Right. Okay.
Just a word between you and me, for free, since you're new here.
Well, in that case, hey, knock knock.
All right, who's there?
I don't really know how this joke structure goes.
I really don't know who this joke structure goes to.
What do you mean?
Well, that's how the joke goes, mate.
I'm so relaxed. Thank you.
Who's your new friend, mate?
Huh?
The redhead one.
Oh, that's Flisk. Flisk. Hey, Flisk, come over here. It's one of the old guard.
I've been listening to him this whole time.
G'day, name's Hardy.
What's up?
You look like you enjoy a little bit of fun.
Sure. Well, Is there any way to get any food? We missed dinner.
Ah, sure. Go down to the guard quarters. They're down the end of the corridor to the left. Yeah. Old Tabitha will sort you out. We got some snacks going on. Nice little shower. Pep you right up.
Thanks. So, 2 stripes, huh? 2 stripes?
Yeah, it's more a time thing than anything else. I guess they just want to know that they can trust you.
So it's not something that just gets given out. Damn. Higher pay?
Probably.
I mean, okay. Probably.
Speaking of pay, when do we get that?
End of the week, mate.
What now?
Hey, did you hear
Seems like
about
we've done a lot of work. We brought in 2 pretty good ones today.
She thought there was some kind of commission.
Yeah.
I think there
wish.
should be, because
That would be a good idea, wouldn't it,
Yeah.
mate? Yeah. But
we
then
suggest it to the higher ups, maybe.
it would mean there's more guards and then there's more competition and then yeah. But then it means there's more patients to push around. Here, watch this. And you can see, as he says that, there's a young girl trying to go into the shower room that's kind of, so he's in the corners just by the shower, and he just sticks his foot out at the last second and she trips over it. Much hilarity ensues. Ah, good one, mate. You don't want to be so clumsy, eh?
That was good.
What?
Oh, it's funny. I would do the same if I were you.
Look, it's boring around here. You've got to make your own entertainment.
While this is all going on, can I use it as a distraction?
Fun.
Let's do it.
Fun, I think we have to do some inspecting.
Yes.
You do what you do best and make sure nobody tries to stop me. I'm gonna do something naughty.
You saw what you saw what Ratchet did, right?
Yeah,
Ratchet.
but just while they're not looking, while Mr. Scold fears
Okay.
keeping the guard distracted, I'm gonna look in the possession boxes.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye out, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna go the furthest one away from the guard first and just look around and then.
Okay, you go through. So the person whose bed it is isn't there. You start going through it. There's really nothing much, just clothes, the same sort of uniform, a few pieces of paper that are clearly just letters to home, haven't been sent yet. Nothing interesting.
Eustace, next. Anything yet?
No, yeah, no.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, I feel such a thrill. Like I did back in the 30s when I got taken up in a tree. You weren't, anyway. I think that's how you were conceived. Anyway.
Makes sense. I do like trees.
It'll make sense. Anyway.
Alright. I love trees.
That must be why.
What's the next one?
In the next one, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Ariel.
It doesn't take me long.
15.
15. So as you're kind of pushing away some of the linen and the clothing that's in there, you notice that there's sort of a little crack around one of the floorboards. Not the floorboards, the baseboard of the chest.
Something's. I'm gonna try and pry it a little bit. See if there's anything.
What kind of check would that be? I don't have a player's sheet.
Um,
Let's say...
What is
Yeah,
it? Is
well,
it,
maybe
is it for
investigation?
trying to? What kind, is it for trying to hide it, or is it?
To try and open it, probably investigation.
It's either that or, yeah, just
Yeah.
sleight of hand or whatever, really.
Animal handling.
Animal handling. What shall I do? Investigation?
Investigation.
19.
Okay. So as you kind of, you feel that there's a little catch and you start trying to pull it up, and you feel that there was something that could have, like a mechanism that could have gone off, but you managed to kind of catch it just in time and lift it ever so gently so that the mechanism doesn't go off. When you open it up inside, you find something quite unusual, actually. It looks
Cell phone.
It looks like an iron key, and it's quite beautifully wrought, like all twisted iron with glyphs written into it. And at the end of it is a small white crystal, a quartz crystal at the end of it.
I'm slipping that into my bra by my knee. Stealthily. I found something.
Okay.
Okay!
So true. Cool.
I guess I'll like.
Bless you!
Thank you.
Do you think we've got time for another one?
So, the patients around here, if any of them get, I don't know what happens to them when they go upstairs. We saw someone being taken upstairs.
Yeah. It was Wilfred.
Yeah.
Oh, Wilfred.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, mate. Yep, we're not probably gonna see him forever again. Oh, well.
Do they like? Do they kill them up there?
Oh, I don't know that they kill them. They just, I don't really know, to be honest. So mostly got, the difficult ones get sent up to solitary. A little bit of a time out, And yeah, we get to like throw water on them and stuff like that. It's great. But yeah, every now and again with the troublesome ones, they get sent somewhere else. He looks around. They call it the theatre. I don't know where it is, mate.
Probably of the mind.
Doesn't look like this place is big enough to have a theater. Is there like maybe another Maybe it's a different building or something.
Don't know. I've never seen anything else out here. And yeah, when we get leave, we just go into that village. You know, the only one out there. I don't know. That's all I've heard, and I've just heard that, you know, on the grapevine. They don't tell me nothing.
Right. Even with 2 stripes.
No, it's the 3 stripers, mate.
3 striper. That's the dream.
That is some dream, mate. I hear you get extra cabbage with your gruel with that.
Oh, and I do love gruel.
So how often do patients have to go to solitary? How often do they misbehave? Because that was quite an episode, really.
Depends how fighty they're being, really. To be honest, Nurse Ratchet seems to be anyone who catches her eye, looks at her wrong, and well, on the rare occasion we get Warden Faust. He sometimes looks at someone. Now that you ask me about it, sometimes he just looks at someone and then that's it. Within the week, poof. Never really thought about it, to be honest.
But you've met him though.
Yeah, scary little bugger.
Saw the portrait, really big portrait. It's a bit terrifying, yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really. I kind of try and stay out of his way. Ooh, he's a bit scary. Yeah.
Well, I guess we kind of want to stay out of his way as well. What sort of thing would get him to come out of his office?
Well, he's on the same level. You probably walk past it. He likes to be near the patients. You know, he considers them his children.
Right.
He likes to be nearby to keep an eye on them or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's got a big buggery office next door. Actually, now that I think of it, it's next door to the guard ward as well. Creepy.
Not a lot of time to think in 2 years.
I mean, he's a lich, mate. You don't want to fuck with a lich.
No, not me.
I just want a nice, quiet life. I get me bit of gold. I get me gruel. That's it.
And
all
your
the
extra-
patients I can push around.
And your extra cabbage too.
Exactly. You any good at card games?
Depends what you're thinking.
Yeah, just it's what we do to pass the time, innit?
Pretty good at Go Fish.
Nice. Well, maybe we're gonna have a round later on today in the guard ward. That one.
The quarters.
Yeah.
How many guards are there here?
At the moment, there's me, there's Tabby. Oh, don't call her that though, she'll punch you. There's Grim and Glum. Oh, scary buggers. There's probably about 10 of us.
10 of you. Okay. And is there some sort of night shift in this place, or?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Right, that makes sense.
Observe, I'm guarding.
You're doing a great job.
I know, right?
So, how many 3 stripes are there?
Oh, there's probably about like 3.
3 stripes. Okay. I guess Grim and Glum or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah. Word of the wise, mate. Don't fuck with them.
Won't fuck with them. Who's the other one?
I've never seen her around actually. She's normally up in solitary.
Right.
She's called Angela.
Okay.
Are you done, mate? Because I got some cold water to turn on.
Cold water.
Yeah, so there's a tap around here. If you fuck with it a little bit, takes all the hot water away. Patients only have cold showers. Hilarious.
I was gonna say it's very cold up here.
Yeah, I noticed that recently. Nah.
Nah.
Just recently.
Nah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think about it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get some food. Don't know if you want to get some food, but I'm gonna go and check out the guard quarters. You know, make myself at home.
Okay, well I'm gonna make sure the 2 new visitors are in the right place. And I guess I'll walk down towards medium-sized and beer stable.
How many more chests do we get to
Beer
look
stout.
in that little conversation?
I would say probably a couple more. But it's kind of hard because there are other patients, like more of the patients are filtering in and going to bed. Okay. You go through another chest, and where the fuck are my notes? I was here a second ago. Ah, there they are. You find a chest that contains a couple of simple dresses, a hairbrush, what looks to be a writing set, and a pen. That it looks quite fancy actually. It's not a quill, it's a pen. And it's a dark blue, kind of almost like a crystalline outer of the body. And yeah, it looks like a beautiful pen.
Stuff that.
And there's also a couple of books in the.
What do they say?
They're just storybooks, fairy tales, that sort of thing.
I'm just gonna look at the inside first page. Anything written on it?
Nothing.
Anything suspicious?
Nothing.
I've got a pen.
Nice.
You can practice your writing.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
I feel like a thief. Proper thief.
Nice job.
Thank you. I think the other patients are starting to catch on.
Yeah, well, let's keep a low profile. For now.
I'm gonna hunch over a bit more.
Yeah, me too.
So you notice.
No.
So the room is now full, pretty much, of everyone. And everyone actually hasn't gotten into their beds or anything like that. They're either getting ready for bed, but most of them stand beside their little cots. And they always seem to be waiting for something. Are you still standing near Hardy?
So I was heading back down towards.
Oh, you're heading
these
back down
two.
towards these guys. So as you're walking back down, a tall, forbidding figure walks into the room. He is dressed in a stiff white robe that covers his whole body, but you see his face, and it is a skeletal face. It is bone grey, like it is, as in it literally is the bone. There's no skin on it. It is a dark grey, and he has two piercing blue pinpoints of light in each socket.
He's a skeleton.
Yes. Well, it's a very gaunt face. It's a lich. It's
the warden.
lich. It's the warden.
Ah,
What's the warden doing in
He
here?
walks into the room, and behind him you can see Head Nurse Ratchet and then Grim and Glum either side of the doorway, and they kind of take up positions by the doorway as well. And he walks into the room, and all the patients kind of stand behind their beds, and they've got their heads down like that. And he kind of looks around the room and takes everyone. He sees you two, and he is and looks at you two. Is like, Dear children, another night has come upon us, come upon this sacred place. Remember why you are all here. You are sick. Your families cast you out into my care, into my family. It is with the love and care of myself and Nurse Ratchet and her team that you will be well again. Be thankful for the food you eat, the clothes you wear, and the warm beds you sleep in at night. For if you were not here, you would be cast out onto the streets by those who claim to love you. Know that I love you. I love you like my children. Remember our motto, strength through sacrifice. You may now sleep.
I guess just could I, if I'm stood next to medium-sized, could I almost nudge her and almost loudly say, You're going to need to listen to the warden when he's speaking.
The warden looks over, but as he looks over, his look goes past you for a second, and his gaze seems to settle on a half-elf man in the corner of the room who's just sort of, trying to get ready for bed and stuff like that. And he takes a second and he just leans over to Nurse Ratchet and whispers in her ear and gestures with his head, just gestures at this man. And then he comes over. Ah, dear child, you appear to be new here.
It's been such a long time since I've been called a child.
Of course, age is eternal. It is but a number.
I've forgotten mine. Something around the 60 mark.
When you have lived as many years and as many centuries as I do, it does not matter. You are most certainly a child to me.
Well, thank you. I'm blushing.
And why have you been sent here?
Well, people think I'm, but really I just tell people's fortunes.
It is a cruel world out there, isn't it? Don't worry, my dear. You are safe here now. I will look after you, for you are now one of my family. And as he kind of leans towards you, you can feel this cold just emanating off of him. It just radiates cold around him.
You wouldn't happen to have any spare blankets, would you? Catching quite the chill.
Blankets? I believe the nurses will be able to get you one, or one of the guards. Or perhaps ask one of the patients. I'm afraid it is not quite my speciality.
Okay, thank you.
And yourself? How are you finding things here?
Very nice, thank you.
You are a strong young man, yes.
I try to be. I lost my father in the war.
Oh, there,
Dad!
child.
Where are you?
No time for tears. And he actually kind of reaches out with his hand and gently strokes your face. And it's freezing.
Oh.
You instantly start shivering.
Oh.
There. No more tears. No more sadness.
Okay. Cool.
Tell me, Dragonborn are you?
Yeah.
What kind?
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
How interesting. Yes, I shall keep a close eye on you.
Me too.
I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Thank you.
Smile.
And remember, strength through sacrifice.
Yes, I will be strong. Sacrifice.
If that is all,
Warden, I wanted to apologize for interrupting the speech. This one wasn't listening, and I recognize superiority when I see it.
that is fine. And you are?
Well, I'm a guard now. Scold, you can call me.
Welcome to the family.
Happy to be a part of it.
And yourself, my dear?
Flisk, sir. Part of the guard today.
Interesting. Be firm, but be kind. This is all one big happy family. If you need anything, I will be in my office. I am always close by.
Quick query, if you will. Your motto sends a little shiver down one's old spine. What does sacrifice mean?
Well, we all have to work hard, don't we? To improve ourselves, to better ourselves.
And we're just sacrificing energy?
Oh, it could be anything. Hard work, learning, knowledge.
We're sacrificing knowledge?
No, you sacrifice your time and your energy to gain knowledge.
Oh. Yes. I understand, thank you.
Yes, I'm sure you will. Little insight check?
A little insight check, yeah. 28.
Just a 28
Just a
then.
28.
Yeah, he's not telling you loads of stuff. Why would he? He's the warden.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
new here. He doesn't know who you are.
I know. But he's sinister as fuck.
And that is very much the vibe you are getting off of him.
Okay.
So what you know of liches, they are, well, would you know this? You're quite intelligent, I imagine.
16 plus 3.
So you would know that that liches are wizards who make unholy pacts and essentially give their souls away in return for immortal life. And they part with their physical soul and bind it in an artifact. And then they drink potions that take the life from them. But because of the pact that they've made, they are immortal. So it's a sense, when he says that he's been around for a long time, you believe him. He has definitely been around for a long time. Yes, he is very sinister. And he does seem in his crazy way to be genuine about this whole idea that everyone in this asylum is in his family and he is interested in people. And you sense a kind of a thrill of joy when he talks about knowledge and sacrifice and learning.
But he seemed genuine when he was saying treat everyone with care and kindness.
Firm but fair.
Firm but fair. Firm but fair.
And he was very interested in Bear.
Uh-oh.
And the half-elf in the corner.
He turns and he leaves the room.
The half elf in the corner is what are they doing? Are they doing anything?
He's just still getting ready. No, nothing's happening.
No.
And that is where we are going to end things
Oh, man.
today.
Okay.
Ooh, mama.
Ooh,
Mama.
spooky lich.
Spoopy.
The spoop lich.
Mega spoop.
Oh,
Yeah, mega spoop
spoopy.
lich.
Good job, Kim.
Yeah, very
Well
good.
done, Kim.
How was that? Was that
Very
alright?
good, yeah.
Enjoying yourselves?
Very atmospheric.
Owning it.
I mean, enjoying. I'm scared.
Good.
I'm terrified.
You should be.
Um,
You should be.
We have a few things to read out.
Yes. So Trot, why don't you kick it off and start reading out our donations?
All right then. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and don't forget before you head off to check out Crit It.
Yes.
Bit.ly link. It's going to be posted in chat.
Yes.
The Kickstarter, if you help support it.
all
that'll
below the YouTube video.
help
Beautiful
us as well.
minis. Stunning stuff.
Yeah.
Animal companions. Lots of animals which you wouldn't usually get.
Yeah.
Yes. So check them out, please do.
Thank you. Anyway, Dancing on Fire donated, saying, yay, a Kim one-shot.
Yeah.
I'll read one more and then pass it over. Nightjar donated, can't wait for the spoops. These one-shots are always fantastic, and this one will be no different. I know they're not here, but many congrats to Mark and Nina.
Yes.
Congrats to them.
Congratulations.
Go for it.
Thanks.
Oh, this is doubled up.
It's doubled up.
Yep, it's doubled up.
Weird.
Cool. Zero the Duke has donated. Seems you might have moved on from the group names idea, but I'm personally partial to the party crashes. Seems fitting. It also means that you guys can be shortened to just the party.
Yeah.
Fair play. Nice.
Yeah. Valid.
Metallics has donated. Okay, loving this film noir. Columbo meets Horatio Kane meets Inspector Batshit Crazy.
Nice.
And didn't this receptionist used to work for the original Ghostbusters?
What do you want?
Nice. And Left Forecast has donated as well. Thank you very much. Kim, do you do some?
Couple more.
Thank you to Varys for donating, but no message. And thank you to Metamanu, who's donated a $200. Great episode. I can't wait for next week. The spooks mainly.
Yes. Man.
Woo, thank you.
Very, very good.
Good job, Kim.
I need a long sleep.
Halfway through.
I also need to write some things. But yes,
Write some things.
I
What's
hope
the next
you're
one?
all enjoying it.
Yeah.
Just laced a few little popular mainstream movie references in there as well.
Oh, nice.
Anyone got them? Just a few. Well, obviously, you got Nurse Ratched from One Flew
Yeah.
Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Nurse Wilkes, who actually comes from Misery. So she's a nurse in that.
Oh.
Yeah, the old hobnailing. And actually, the nurse on the reception that you didn't ask, she's called Lisa Garland.
Oh, yeah.
I will wonder if anyone will recognise that reference, because that's quite an obscure one.
Well, if you do, let us know.
Yeah.
Also, let us know what you thought of the episode on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or in the comments on YouTube. Or in the ratings on iTunes. Or where else?
I think that's about it.
On Reddit.
YouTube, Twitch,
Yeah.
Reddit. Yeah.
Or
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
gotta be it.
on Discord. Or
Shut up, Tom, or I'm going to shock you.
oh no.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed tonight. Thank you to the players for coming out and turning it up.
Thanks, Kim.
Just making
Kim.
me lose my sanity within about 5 minutes. We will be back again same time next week, 5 p.m. on a Sunday for the conclusion of the Infernal Asylum. And there is no Rogue's Gambit tomorrow or the following Monday, as Mark is still away in Japan.
DM is Japan.
So yeah.
Japanning.
Yeah. So catch up with our regular Erois campaign. It's all on our YouTube. It's still relatively in its infancy, so yeah, you could easily catch up with that. And we're probably about to start a new chapter as well, I think.
We are, yeah.
Yeah,
We just finished chapter 2.
You can jump in on a chapter, technically.
So tell your friends.
Tell your friends, tell your pets, tell your family, tell your doctors, tell your nurses. Don't tell Nurse Wretched, she doesn't care.
No.
And we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Farewell!
See you later!